Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the presentation, and a gentleman by the name of Little Jackie Papers runs the ones and twos. You're welcome to participate in the program in a wide variety of ways. Texting, calling, opening up your YouTube app to the TMA STL YouTube channel, subscribing, and then being able to talk it over in the Form Energy YouTube chat. Of course, emailing in for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. Here are the numbers. 314-399-9646. I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
314-399-9646. And then you can just interact with the program by texting in. Your chances of being read increase substantially if you have a name saved in the Air Comfort Service text inbox. 314-399-9646. You can open up your YouTube app. You can watch the show. And while you're in there, there's a conversation going on. And it's called the Form Energy YouTube chat on the TMA STL YouTube channel. Then you can call in and really talk about damn near anything. Collier and Thompson phone lines, 314-974-0101. We have this Polos Plus dossier that at 9:45 on the dossier, we'll do the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. You email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And that's how you can participate and compete against legends like Mark from Mark's Mulch and Brawl. But here at the outset of the program, Lifetime Roofing, that's Dustin McClendon's business, Lifetime Roofing, has given Doug Vaughn a charge. And the charge is the Lifetime Roofing lead. Doug, what do you got for us?
The lead is your St. Louis Redbirds, coming off a very impressive win, very impressive series against the Phillies. A terrific Philadelphia team came in here with two of the top pitchers in the game. Cardinals knocked Wheeler around yesterday and won the game that Sanchez started the day before. They didn't do much against Sanchez, still won the game. Win 2 out of 3, and now they're just 2.5 out in the wild card and starting to feel like if we can just get hot, we can win this baby. Yes. Leahy, terrific again yesterday. Burleson stayed hot. Just a lot to like about the way they played against Philadelphia.
Walker with a stolen base, Doug. He's up to 16 now.
Yeah.
I asked Mason Wynn how they're going to allow Walker to be the leader in stolen base. He said, well, without Vic Scott here, it's wide open.
So it's a free-for-all?
Yeah, which is probably true.
I got to tell you, that's a big boy series right there. That's a big boy series.
Yeah. They looked every bit as good as the Phillies, and the Phillies are a good team.
That's a big, well, I've got some audio, and they're not happy in Philadelphia. You think they're not happy with us around here?
Yeah.
Not happy in Philadelphia. I'm alarmed by how unhappy they are in Philadelphia. We'll have that for you coming up on this Polos Plus dossier, in addition to Brad Thompson joining us for his Thursday appearance at 9:30. Martin, you like logistics more than anybody.
Mm-hmm. It's a little too much.
Yeah, but it's fine because this is a good one here. Do you think the boys flew up to Chi-Town? They did.
100%.
Oh, went up there to chase that Chi-Town ass.
I saw Claves.
All those girls at Papers Nose from Missouri moved up there because they want to get out of here.
I saw Claves yesterday. He's wearing a suit and tie. I said, "You getting ready for that trip to Chicago? You know it." And they were.
So they got the off day.
They were rolling quick. I figured probably at the hotel by about 8 or so last night.
Oh my! The apps
Wednesday
are fired
night.
Up. Let's see what's doing in Lincoln Park.
Well, I'm not saying that, but you know,
I am.
Thursday, all day off. That's the way you do it.
Wow.
What would you do with a Thursday off in Chicago?
McGreevy at Medina. McGreevy at Medina. And that's where the President's Cup is? Is that right? The President's Cup?
I don't know where the
Jackson President's Cup there, I think.
Think so? It's coming to Belle Reve soon, isn't it?
Is that 2030?
30?
Belle Reve?
Yeah.
BMW next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, McGreevy at Medina.
Is that for sure, or you're guessing? Or is he playing?
Guessing, but I do think that's live. That would make sense. Cog Hill, Doug? What about Cog Hill?
I don't know about Cog Hill.
What about just taking a trip to Gary, Indiana?
I can guarantee you none of them will do that. If you've ever seen Gary, Indiana, none of them will come close to it.
What about the Jackson family home?
Yeah.
They won't go.
Site check for the Bears' new stadium. What do you say?
How about that?
No, that's
You like
not
to do
in
a good
Gary.
survey, Doug?
That's not in Gary, Indiana, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
If we can just keep winning series, that's from Tad from Tennessee. There was no
winning
end
games. You got to win the games.
Third straight series win, Doug.
Jugs in D.C. has to be feeling good about his bet now. He has to feel flush. His bet, of course, being that the St. Louis Baseball Cardinals will make it to the 2026 playoffs.
Oh. Man, I wish I could have got that game on Monday night. They were so close. And had they won that, they'd only be a half game out in the wild card.
What about that Arizona game when it was, 7-0?
Yeah. There's a handful of games where they really, really should have won. And then they'd be right there.
Even though the playoff system is flawed and it's stupid if you're 500 and you're still alive, that is the system. So at least it makes it interesting in what could have been a really doom and gloom season. They could have been 15 under, and we'd be like, oh, God, well, it's what we got to go through. We're rebuilding, we're retooling. At least you have a little interest, at least, still
just
going.
give me a sweat. But here's the thing, just in a bigger picture perspective, I really thought that after Monday night, and hey, it was kind of expected, you got a team that's got, Christopher Sanchez, who I realize is not necessarily a household name to the casual baseball fan, but did start the National League All-Star game for the National League in the All-Star game. And then Zach Wheeler, back-to-back, after you lose that game and you're countering with Palante and Leahy, and those boys were right there with him the whole damn time. And I'm telling you, this is really into the weeds sports nerddom. But Herrera's at bat against Wheeler that broke that game open after Prieto got his first hit of the season. Woot! And he looked to the heavens, Doug, as he ran to first base.
He was 0 for 28 before that.
They called for the ball. As if he's had a big league hit. I guess it was just to mess with him.
Is that 3-1 pitch from Wheeler to Herrera, or I guess it would have been a 2-1 pitch to make it 3-1, and he laid off on it, was so critical in the game, and because it was a domino effect. Now, again, you have to be, but it was a great pitch, and it's a pitch that's made by a guy of the caliber of Zach Wheeler in a big game, in a tie game at that point, 1-1, and he laid off it. And that set the stage and the wheels in motion for the Cardinals to bust that game open in that inning and run away with that game. That's a big boy series win. And as you sit here and you see him do that against, and I realize, and trust me, if the audio from Philadelphia, they're angrier than hornets there. That series was significant to the Philadelphia Phillies. And for the Cardinals, a week after the trade deadline, which I do think maybe we underrated, well, I'll speak for myself, I underrated, with regard to how it was impacting the team to not know who was going to be around and to respond like they have. You take the series win in New York. You take the series win against the Rockies. You take the series win against the Phillies. That's damn impressive. Again, considering that you're already down in the series 0-1 and you have Sanchez and Wheeler. My God, I wonder what the odds for the Cardinals to win the series were after they lost Monday night with those two guys lined up. Just to win one game, I think I would have felt like that's fine, But now you do that. And, hey, it sets the stage for what has become a significant weekend in Chicago. And then you go and you take on the Reds. Doug, 5-4, Martin, is that right? 5-4.
5 games in 4 days.
And then to Philadelphia for what could wind up being another big-time series before they head home. And maybe if the team is still in this 2.5-game range, you could have people going, all right, this thing might be for real. And the emotion that you saw a couple nights ago with Perea making the catch at the wall, Stanek coming off the mound after getting out of the bases loaded, nobody out jam. The emotion you saw yesterday, whether it be Prieto looking to the heavens as he gets his first hit, the guys getting fired up as they rally against one of the best pitchers in the National League, who was still angry as a Hornet that he wasn't an All-Star. To beat that team that needed that win. That was a big game for both those teams. That's big boy stuff. That's big boy stuff. That catches me off guard. I would have never thought they would win that series after losing the first one with Sanchez and Wheeler out there. So that was that fires me up. That fires me up.
And Prieto getting a hit kind of opened up the inning there. And then the top 4, which always seems to do the heavy lifting, all 4 guys delivered a hit with 2 outs. And it's rare that they've done that, where they've had kind of just an explosive inning where everybody delivered a big hit. They'd usually have just a narrow lead. That was huge, kind of blow it wide open. That was a fun game.
This is kind of one of those seasons where every time you think they suffer a bad loss and, well, that's it. It's not going to happen. What are we doing even thinking about it? Then they bounce right back. I thought that loss Monday night was just a crusher.
Yeah, I
thought,
did too.
boy, that's going to send them in a tailspin. But just the opposite effect.
I got to tell you, confidence in Kyle Lay as a starting pitcher back in February. I'm like, oh, he deserves a shot.
Lay and Palante both.
Well, I know, but I'm saying I kind of thought Palante had done it before, pitched. I knew a little bit about him. I thought, he might be all right in the rotation, although he was going to be the odd man out. What they saw in Leahy as a starter, I was like, well, I get it. They want to give him a shot at it, but I didn't have any strong read that he would be a really effective big league pitcher starting. He's been great.
They countered with Palante and Leahy against Sanchez and Wheeler, and they won both games. And like I said, man, that's a different level. I'd be curious what the mindset is in there after they do that. And I do think that there is something to, okay, this is the group that we have. We now don't have to worry about the trade deadline. The Dustin May thing had been talked about going back to May. And, I think guys really did like him. He might not have been gregarious with the media, but I think guys really, really did like him. Lars Nootbaar, certainly popular. You take your really one left-handed reliever that you felt good about in key situations and ship him to Milwaukee. And what is the response? And, yeah, beating the Rockies, we could have gotten together and added 4 people and maybe taken our chances against them. But against Sanchez and Wheeler, again, with Philadelphia needing to win as well, that's impressive. That's a signature moment. And also, even though they didn't win on Monday night, you're down, what were they, down 6-1, right? I think it was 6-1.
I think so, yeah.
And didn't just go, okay, it's hotter than hell, we'll mail it in. They rallied, and they were right there. And what was Torres up there? With a chance to give them, hell, the potential winning run is sitting there at second base with the tying run at third base and hits it out to center, and that ends the inning. But that's impressive. That's the kind of stuff that people can buy into. And like you guys said, at least there's a sweat. At least there's something to pay attention to. They lose even just 2 of 3 to those guys, and I'm probably like, all right, the game's going on in Chicago, whatever. See the Navy Caps, that'll be nice. I'll move on with the rest of my weekend. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they do this weekend in Chicago. If you can continue some momentum there, you have an opportunity against a team that has been flopping around in Cincinnati. And I'm intrigued to see what happens on what I believe is the longest road trip of the season, because you have 3 in Chicago, 3 in Philadelphia, and then you had 5 in there in that Cincinnati stretch. Last time they had 5 in 4 days, Martin, it was against the Brewers here in St. Louis, and that looked like that was going to be the tailspin. But here these boys are, Doug, a game over 500 and surging into the longest road trip of the season.
They figure to have their hands full in Chicago this weekend. Cubs are playing very well. 1-3 in a row. They're only 3 behind the Brewers now.
But Doug Libby's on the mound Friday. There you go.
Here we go.
You got all that momentum. There you go.
And this series against the Phillies, yet another reminder that in a short series, absolutely anything can happen, even against the better teams. If you can just get in the playoffs, you don't know what might happen.
That's exactly right. I was listening to Stanford Steve and Scott Van Pelt. Man, I'm in need of some good podcasts right now.
Are you?
I don't know if anybody's got any Stag podcasts. I got nothing right
Stag
now.
podcasts?
Yeah, I was listening to music on my way out here today.
It's a Stag podcast. They just talk about sex?
Well, Holly Randall, she does a nice job. But anyway, they were saying Stanford Steve, I didn't know this, but is on my train of thought with the watered-down playoffs. And they say, 5 is enough, because then you get to the teams that don't win their division. They have to play a 1 game, and then the other 2 teams that are the best teams in the league don't have to sit around for a week, which can be a penalty. Either way, neither here nor there. What Stanford Steve was observing is you play these stupid-ass best-of-3 series after you play 162 games. And, yeah, Dodgers and Angels, Dodgers and Rockies, best of 3, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And while me bitching about the system is a tradition unlike any other, it is the system. And a best of 3, anything can happen. I think it's ridiculous, and I think it devalues the regular season to the umpteenth power. But either way, that is the system. And one of the three teams operating on the premise that it will be the Dodgers, Braves, and Brewers will have to play a best-of-3 series. And there is a chance that the best-of-3 series could be against the Cardinals. And in a best-of-3, absolutely anything can happen. The Cardinals won the Central Division in fine fashion in 2022. They get a best-of-3 against the 6-seed Phillies, and we saw how that played out. It was a lovely little 24-hour stay in the postseason after having a division championship. But that is the system. And in a best-of-3, anything can happen. And we just saw it this past 72 hours here in St. Louis.
Game 1, who pitches?
Game 1.
Game 1.
I'd say Palante.
How about that?
And I'd
We
say
would have said
Leahy.
that back in February. Game 1 of the playoffs for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Andre Palante will be on the mound.
Palante, Leahy, and McGreevy. Those would be the three starters.
McGreevy gets the deciding game at Chavez Ravine. Oh, my. See Freddie Freeman go out last night. Did you boys see that?
No.
Fell into the dugout?
Yeah, he went after a foul ball against the Royals and went, Doug, what do you call it, ass over tea kettle?
Is that what he did?
Holy crap.
What did he injure?
I don't know. He was out of the game, though, after that.
Okay.
Dodgers kind of do the NBA load management, though, I think. They
Yeah,
kinda-
might as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Their lead is now, 8.5 over the Padres?
Think they're sweating it?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. Padres have won 5 in a row, though, and
Well, I've heard Dave Roberts say lately, he goes, we're a wild card team. We gotta think that way. We're a wild card. Knowing that if you're the bottom division winner, you're going to have to do that best of 3.
Yeah, best-of-3 gets you. By the way, as far as the forecast tomorrow with Matthew Liberatore, and I don't know if there's any ballpark where it matters more what the forecast is, Doug. The winds will be blowing in, and heads up on that. That could be a good thing.
I'm going to Chicago. Stand up.
Are you going to Chicago?
I'm not.
Stand up.
As frustrating as Liberatore has been, I mean, I guess if you give me a decent start Friday, I'm going to open the door just a little bit, Doug. But if he craps the bet again,
What are you going to do? You're going to go
done.
after him?
Then I'm done.
I'm eating chicken wings on the patio.
What about that?
Who would you replace him with? Quinn Matthews?
Quinn Matthews. I think they're going to go to a 6-man rotation here pretty soon anyway, with Dobbins in there and call up Matthews. That's I think because they want to watch everybody's in. They're worried about Leahy's innings.
Yeah, Liberatore, McGreevy, Dobbins is what's scheduled in Chicago for the record. Liberatore tomorrow. Doug, I got that as a 2:20 start, or do you have it a 1:20 start?
I haven't looked really.
Clay Holmes going for the Cubs. And then McGreevy, Matthew Boyd on Saturday, and Hunter Dobbins, Shota Imanaga for the Cubs on Sunday afternoon. Hello again, everybody.
And they'll be wearing Navy caps.
On Friday and Sunday, they will be wearing Navy caps.
Yeah.
On Saturday, they will have the Victory Blue in 82, and those are paired with the Red Hats.
Brother.
So you're mad about that?
Maybe we can get 2 out of 3.
So they'll lose Saturday because...
I imagine so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine.
I imagine so.
That's fine. You can get into that Form Energy YouTube chat right now. 340i Steven. He has a BMW. It's a 340. He's in there talking to the overbearing sports dad who's talking to Mr. Seawalk and Scorsy. And Iggy says yesterday they talked about a favorite woman to do a scene with. Did we talk about that yesterday?
I don't believe so. No.
Jackson, we talk about our favorite women to do scenes with. We have worked with some of the leading ladies in Hollywood, and I guess we ranked the best.
I don't think so, but anytime you read the YouTube chat, it's like you have to go back 10 messages to try to find the context.
Which, if you did, you would see that Iggy was giving you a new podcast recommendation.
Yeah.
Abella Danger started a new podcast.
Oh, and he is attracted to her little friend. And what's his name, Doug?
Riley?
That's right.
Liam
Maybe we
Riley.
get him on. Liam Riley will be a surprise guest here on TMA. John
How do you
Hamm
spell
last week.
that? Riley? Is it
Yeah, Iggy really likes that guy.
William Riley.
Yeah, Liam Riley will join us. That'll be fun. Get his perspective on the Chicago weekend.
Yeah.
Wonder if he's going.
See what he thinks about the Phillies skid.
Yeah. Well, they're not happy in Philadelphia, Doug.
Why not?
See, if you're one of those, I don't want to say it that way.
Yeah,
You know, I know a lot of people are passionate about sports here in St. Louis, and they say things like, talk sports, and you guys are clowns, and
This show sucks.
right.
Yeah.
This will fill that void for you. Now, it's in eastern Pennsylvania, but let me tell you something. They're madder than hornets. and we've got the audio for you because they are not happy with what happened in St. Louis with their ball club, Doug. And let me tell you one thing. The media in that town is not soft.
No.
They're not frauds.
They're
You'll
just
hear
upset that they lost 2 out of 3, or was there some particular moment?
I think, Jackson, as I was sending you these clips, which I was surprised to see in my algorithm, were you starting to go, wow, they're really upset over there?
Yeah, there's one guy who has the thickest Delco accent I've ever heard in my entire life.
Delco.
What's that?
Delaware County.
Oh.
One of those.
Is that where we have Delco distress in the dossier?
It's the heart. It's like if you were doing like a SNL skit of someone from Philadelphia, the way this guy talks, and it really gave me a hearty chuckle.
Even the guy who's hosting the post-game show, so the Danny Wexelman, I guess?
Yeah, right.
Brent Stover?
The Bram Stoker. The Pat
Dracula?
Paris. Bram Stoker.
The writer of Dracula is
Used
on
to
the
do
post game of the Phillies.
The
Cardinals.
Fox Sports.
Oh, really?
Brent Stover.
Not to be confused with Bram Stoker.
I believe Tim renamed him.
I did.
How about Scott Warman?
The Scott Warman of
That's
Philadelphia.
correct.
Okay.
So what Tim is saying is the host is usually just kind of distributing the ball.
Reading off the prompter and then handing it over to the analyst.
Right.
Tough loss for the Phillies tonight. They lose
Not
to
the
the
way it
Cardinals.
went, Martin.
And
Not
then you
the way
hand
it
it
went.
off
Right.
to
To the
Larry
writer.
Boa, and he's like, this team sucks.
Right.
The
Not
writer of Dracula.
Former Cardinal Ricky Batalico is a
yeah.
Phillies analyst. Not happy. Delco guy. Anger in a harness. I was, as a Cardinal fan, I'm thrilled they won 2 out of 3. Beat Sanchez, beat Wheeler. We move on with our day. Not the case in Philadelphia. And they have things going on there, too. I mean, they got LeBron. They got the Eagles. They're bullish on the Flyers mounting a Sunday charge. Here come the Nittany Lions with Matt Campbell. All due respect, they're not talking about, some of the things that get talked about around here.
Feels like a really passionate sports town about all their sports.
Well, you're going to hear it.
Are they going after players or just the team?
I'm trying to get better at teasing.
Okay.
So everybody is fair game on this one.
Because
And
Bryce Harper was quiet this trip. 1 for 7. They walked him 6 times. And I wonder if they kind of said, let's just not let him beat us.
Yeah.
Or is it just he has a great eye, or did they kind of strategically say, let's just kind of don't give him anything good. 1 for 7.
So we will have that coming up here on the Polos Plus dossier. In addition to, we will have Brad Thompson with us and the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Mentality is a longtime TMA sponsor, and Mentality has treated 25,000 gentlemen. And what they have discovered after all of these treatments is it's not just about testosterone anymore. It's also about peptides. Check them out at lowtusa.com. You can't rely on testosterone alone anymore to run at full capacity. Your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. For guys whose recovery still lags and whose energy plateaued, even on testosterone, Mentality's physicians design a plan that layers peptide therapy on top of TRT to support recovery, repair, and performance. It's a custom plan built around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field. Peptides drive your results. Start today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com. The program's called TMA. It's presented by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. Oh, Papers are going to have a big day.
This isn't one I wanted.
Oh, perfect.
Papers is not going to have a big day.
I was supposed
Punching
to.
the buttons with boxing gloves again?
No, it was supposed to be. I have this saved as Dreams and Nightmares
Doug, Dreams and Nightmares.
by, of course, the Philly native Meek Mill.
Yep.
But
Free Meek
I got
Mill.
5 on it's not playing. West Coast. That's not what I wanted at all. I mean, a banger. Don't get me wrong. But
Is he out of jail now?
Meek Mill?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Well, he could be a surprise guest after we have Liam Riley,
All right,
the Bell
hold
of
on.
Dangers
Liam
podcast, join us.
Riley.
So we got a big show coming up here on this Polos Plus dossier. I didn't realize it was going to be this big, but Doug, here we are. You had the Lifetime Roofing lead, which is your St. Louis baseball Cardinals, and Lifetime Roofing is Dustin McClendon's business, and Lifetime Roofing is veteran-owned, and it is locally owned. And Lifetime Roofing's not chasing around storms. They're not all over the Midwest going, oh, we hear we might have a problem in Oklahoma. We're going to go down there and not worry about our St. Louis clients. No. They're going to take care of St. Louis. That's it. Lifetime Roofing, STL.com, award-winning and A-plus rated. Ask about their literal lifetime warranty on new roofs and James Hardy siding. They do siding and exteriors. They install all siding, but specifically specialize in James Hardy siding systems. It's certified James Hardy siding contractor. Why James Hardy siding? Well, it's the #1 brand for durability, for curb appeal, and for best-in-class return on investment. Lifetime has earned James Hardy Alliance status, which is designed to connect homeowners directly with premium James Hardy preferred contractors. Go online at lifetimeroofingstl.com, serving the St. Louis metropolitan area now for more than 2 decades, and the Lifetime Roofing sponsor lead here on The Morning After. Doug, in St. Louis, we're celebrating a wonderful series win for the Cardinals over the Phillies, but sweet mother of mercy, they are not happy.
Oh, no.
And I mean, they are not happy in Philadelphia, and we have a wide array of examples. Let's start off with the gentleman, Papers, hosting the post-game show. So this is the Danny Wexelman, the Scott Warman, the Pat Paris, the Bram Stoker.
Okay.
The guy, the lady who, welcome into Cardinal postgame. The Cardinals lose it on the road in Philadelphia. Let's say the shoes on the other foot, 7-1. Disappointing series for the Cardinals, but they'll have a day off and try to get right back after it in Chicago. Joining me now is former Cardinal Mark Sweeney. And Sween Dog, what'd you think of this one? That's how I would, because I'm holding rights.
Right.
Well, they got nicked 7-0, but they really battled in that ninth. I thought they had some good at-bats, and this is something they'll learn from.
Right. That's what we would do, because we're the soft St. Louis media, and we're frauds, okay? Here's how you do it, Doug, in Philadelphia.
I'd like to hear it.
This is the gentleman hosting the presentation.
Okay.
The numbers tell the sad and pathetic story of the Phillies to date. There they are for the first time since June 3rd, 1 half game out of the playoff situation. Yeah, it's only a half game, but it might as well be 10.5 games the way they have played baseball of late. We welcome you to Phillies Postgame Live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. Ben Davis, I'm Michael Barkan, and you tell me what you think. Ben, I want to hear from you, but 10-15 since the All-Star break. They've lost 6 out of their last 8 series. They're a half game out of that last wild card, and 8 times since the break, 1 run or fewer, as you heard Ben say. 8 times, 1 run or fewer, and I don't have much hope left. That's all you can count on in this life, let alone baseball, is hope. Do you have hope that they're going to right this ship? Because the way they played, Ben. Oh, one more thing. 16 of their final 40 games are against Milwaukee, Tampa Bay, Houston, and 7 against Atlanta. So that's almost half of their final games. That's a tough road.
Yeah. Where do I start? You want to have hope. Without hope, what do you have, really? But it's fading fast for me, Michael. And this is something I thought that at some point, maybe when they wake up tomorrow morning and they look at the standings and they're like, oh, no, we're not in. maybe that'll hit home. Maybe that'll provide some sense of urgency for this ball club, because I saw a lifeless team today. I know it's hot. I know it's the dog days of summer. It's mid-August. They got a lot of travel on this. They're going to 3 different cities on this particular trip. I get it. But the bottom line is they're not playing good baseball, and it's really the offense. And a couple guys in the bullpen are not getting it done either. You look at Alvarado coming in today, 1/3 of an inning pitch, 2 earned runs, 3 walks.
Yeah.
3 walks. He's got an ERA of 6.14. These things, they have to start cleaning this up, or they're going to find themselves packing their bags on game 162 and headed home.
Doug, it's over in Philadelphia. For the record, he said they're 10.5 out, but I've got them as tied for the last spot in a wild card.
Yeah. And he said they've been playing terrible. They're 7-5 in August. They said they weren't scoring any runs. Well, the last 2 nights they didn't. But the games before that, they scored 6 and 7 and 5, 4, 7, 4, 5, 6, 8.
See, that's what the soft St. Louis media does. It spins it, and now it's like you're trying to get a job in Philadelphia. That's how I take that.
I just don't know how you could look at some of their recent scores and say they're not hitting. They're hitting. They didn't the last 2 nights, but before that they have been.
So that's the Philadelphia, the post-game show, the team-sanctioned post-game show, NBC Sports in Philadelphia. Now, you might remember Ricky Bottalico, Martin. That was a brief stay in St. Louis as the Cardinal closer. Doug, was that 90? What do you think, 97? Was it 99? Was it here 98?
We went Eckersley, Bottalico,
Jeff Brantley, and he had a permed mullet. Is that right?
It looked like it.
Mullet?
Kind of, yeah.
He had a feud with La Russa for a minute, too. I can't remember why. Doesn't matter.
Ricky Bottalico does a show.
Former Cardinal.
That's right. And he and his co-host Papers, what's his name? Like Jeff Coluginaro?
It's Ricky and Bill.
Billy Coluginaro and Ricky
Bill.
Bottalico.
Unfiltered with Ricky and Bill.
Take a listen, Doug.
Why am I shaking my head?
Yeah, what's going on?
Because there's a left-handed so-called reliever in the game who got a quick first out and then walked 2 straight. Can you guess that reliever?
Well, I see it, but I also would have been able to guess. Yes, Jose Alvarado, because you say it every time he comes on.
And he just gave up a run. Way to go! Woo!
Gosh.
Woo! He can't throw strikes. I don't understand. And when he does, they're not quality. That's a lefty on a lefty right there. That was Burleson. He's a decent hitter. I'll give Burleson that much. But you walk 2 guys, you put yourself in a little problem anyways, didn't you? What are you trying to ask me? Now I'm pissed.
Oh. Well, you've said this about Alvarado.
And everybody's crying about the bullpen usage. Well, he goes in there. Guess what? They got sugared up again.
They got sugared up again.
Sugared up again. I don't know that term. I learned about the term dry hump from Steve Klein the morning after he flipped Tony La Russa off in the bullpen. He said, Skipper's out there dry humping us all the time. And I go, I'm sorry, they don't show that on Fox Sports Midwest. But it's a term when you get up to get loose and then they don't bring you in the game. Doug, that's the dry hump. I'm not familiar with it. Sugared up.
No, I'm not either.
Well, and Mattingly's up for Manager of the Year, but they probably want him fired in Philadelphia. Let's fire 2 managers in 1 season, Doug.
He was getting held accountable in the Cardinal visiting clubhouse yesterday, but Hunter Brody was despondent. And this is Delco, Jackson?
Big time.
Hunter Brody, this is his reaction to Tuesday night's game, and then we'll give you his reaction to Wednesday night's game. Cardinals winning 2-0 on Tuesday night. Here is Hunter Brody, Doug. He has his program.
He's okay.
I hate them. I hate them. This is as ugly as it gets. They had bases loaded, no outs, and nobody could score. You ground out into a double play. Luis Ariz can't come up clutch. Here's a thought. Maybe, just maybe, he ain't a cleanup guy. And maybe that's a lot of pressure. And I am going to bring up for the 7,000th time that my man has gross numbers in October. I'm starting to wonder if he can't handle the pressure. Now, I hope to God I'm wrong, but this type of stretch, dude, this guy's unplayable at the plate right now. He went from lethal machine that never gets out to you are ruining everything.
Wow. He's ruining it. And then the caveat. I hope I'm wrong. But he's a big-time choker, but I hope I'm wrong.
I think I would listen to that show, though.
Well, it looks like it's called Broad's Barbecue.
Yeah, well, Broad's Barbecue was upset after the series was split on Tuesday night, Doug, but when the Phillies lost again yesterday, it got away from him.
Ruined everything.
Take a listen.
Now we're at the point where they're losing 7-1 in non-competitive games in a rubber match when fighting for your life in the standings. They drop another series since the All-Star break. Zach Wheeler does not look the same at all. And when asked about it, he goes, I have no clue. Is it mechanical? Is it something else? I don't know what. So he's lost, and he's trying to find himself after locking body parts in his closet. So maybe he is human. Coming back to reality a little bit, like, yo, dude, you're not supposed to not skip a beat. You're supposed to feel this. You lost body parts. Well, it's showing now. I'm not mad at him in particular because it probably didn't add up that he was a juggernaut right off the rip again. But it's hard to sit through, especially because the team so desperately needs a killer to stop this bleeding. Right now, we're going to have a loss of blood and be dead within the next 5 games. But, oh, whoop-de-damn-do, they're going to Iowa. Oh, Iowa, good old Field of Dreams. Shove the dreams up your ass. Oh, just what good baseball. And we are so far away from it.
Dougie is not looking forward to tonight's game in the corn in Iowa.
He might be my favorite human on the planet.
And you wonder why the players hate the media.
That's the strongest Philly accent I think I've ever heard.
He sounds like the guy that called the Mets postgame and wanted to be He sounds
Nice to hear media not afraid to hold the brass accountable. That's from Iggy's great brother.
What body part did Wheeler lose?
He had a rib removed. Because he has had this.
So now he can't pitch without one of those ribs.
He has the thoracic outlet syndrome, and that helped relieve pressure on the blood vessel in his throwing shoulder.
Guys, that working class Philly accent is perfect. That's from Long Tom. And Jackson, you call that Delco?
Well, yeah, I mean, Delaware County, he might be from Philadelphia proper, but that accent certainly is. Like that region has that, like when you hear when he says like bases loaded, like the way he says, the way they say it is crazy.
That wouldn't play here. I don't think that would play here at all.
Looks like Broad's Barbecue is 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. on WIP.
Nice.
So
Oh, Iowa, good old Field of Dreams. Shove the dreams up your ass.
Oh, no. I want to know what he looks like. He's got to be 80 pounds overweight.
No.
He's a former ice hockey player, Doug.
How about that? He was, on the second line with the Flyers 2010 team, and they lost to the Blackhawks, and Prongs was on the team. Am I right about that?
I don't know any of that.
Stevenson University.
Stevenson University. Remember Stevens College, just to the north of the University of Missouri?
Yes.
Maybe you could get a little light hand play your freshman year. I don't know.
Lance Stevenson, he blew in LeBron's ear once.
Yep.
BroadsMedia.com. Welcome to Broads Media. I'm Hunter Brody. I go by Broads, and I scream, yell, cry, and show my passion as a diehard Philly fan.
I'm on board. And Jackson, you say he is your favorite person on earth.
Right now. That's just great stuff he's providing.
He lists his South Jersey born, 18-year hockey career, 1,482 penalty minutes. That's part of his bio. That's the second paragraph of his bio.
And he's mad at the Phillies. You think the Phillies care that he's mad?
No.
No, I do not. But that's what they have to deal with up there. Boston's similar. Certainly New York. I think those are the 3 cities. Yeah, with the most obnoxious fan base and media both.
Currently tied for the third wild.
That's correct. Cardinals 2.5 back. But look what the Cardinals did to Philadelphia. Doug, we just heard it there. I mean, they're despondent.
We broke the city.
They're talking it over in the Form Energy YouTube chat. Open up your YouTube app. 7,160 people now have subscribed to the TMA STL YouTube channel. Doug, what do you get when we get to 7,200 subscribers? I feel like you get something.
Some gold chunks.
Gold chunks?
Uh-huh. No, I get silver chunks. I already got the gold bullion.
Right.
I'm well positioned with gold now. Now I'm going to get the silver chunks.
Man. Oh, you're diversified.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Chairman Kurt, I see in the Form Energy YouTube chat, Iggy is active in there, and you said, I decided yesterday I'm out of my turn the other cheek era. What does that mean? Are they taunting you in there?
No, not today. Just after the Lemur and Johnny Mariachi yesterday, I'm just done being silent.
They got no balls, okay? I want teams with balls. I want guys with balls.
And the Lemur's coming after you, Kurt?
Yeah, he wasn't happy with me yesterday.
And what wasn't he happy with you about?
The music stuff.
Well, Papers plays the music.
No, the Navy.
Oh, Navy.
Cap
He's going
stuff.
after your work.
Oh, yeah, you can see Anook listening to the song, Navy Caps on the Road, on our Instagram.
Post that.
You didn't want to post that?
I mean,
Why not?
because he was obviously really not that into it.
Oh, well.
Why would you say that? Because he looked like he was in pain.
Because I have working eyes.
Because he was in pain listening to it. Want me to text him and see if it's something they're going to put into the mix?
Yeah, you can drop him a line. And then as soon as Tim, brought him out of the song, I've never seen a man take off headphones as fast as he took the headphones off.
He did take the headphones off very quickly.
But like I said yesterday, I think you need a second or third listen to really get it.
And for all we know, he's maybe germ conscious and didn't want to have someone else's headphones on his head.
Yeah.
Could have sensitive cochlears.
Sure.
Or maybe he listens to it all the time and didn't need to hear it.
He was just playing coy.
Yeah.
Do you know we have the best fans in baseball in St. Louis?
Oh, that's awesome.
And I always thought that was Kenny Wallace. It's not saying that's awesome.
No, Stingray. Mississippi State, Hail State.
Now a weatherman.
Now a weatherman, that's
Hold
right.
on, that guy that's awesome. He's the weatherman?
Yeah, loves the weather.
Can I get a weather report from him?
We get Stingray on. He's a friend of the program. Let's see. Where is the Lemur this morning? Mr. Seawalk wants to know. Is he in there, Chairman?
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him since yesterday.
Do you take roll usually?
Roll call.
You too, Chad?
Why is this 40-year-old man saying he's out of his turning the other cheek era? That's from the Bridgeton landfill fume huffer, and it looks like he wants a piece this morning, Chairman.
Don't get me started, Huffer.
Yep. I'm in my spreading my cheek era? That's from Mr.
Gosh.
Seawalk. So Chairman's in his done with his turning the other cheek, and then Mr. Seawalk is going in a different direction. And that's fine. That's what you get in the Form Energy YouTube chat. Hang out in there. 244 people are. I think my 15-year-old niece also posted on her Instagram story that she's out of her no more Mr. Nice Guy era. That's from the Bridgeton landfill fume humper. And it looks like he's decided to put you on his dance card this morning.
How's your slide piece?
Here's Charlie Marlowe AI.
And that Field of Dreams game is tonight.
Yeah.
Didn't know about it because it's on Netflix. That one, that's like the home run derby. I didn't know it was on Netflix till the night it happened. They're starting to emerge, aren't they? Netflix onto the sports scene.
Yeah.
A little bit of NFL. Now some baseball. Field of Dreams tonight. Doug, gather the family around. Presented by John Deere.
I'll probably watch.
Well,
If I'm home, yeah.
I think Kevin Costner's a part of the broadcast, too.
It's always kind of a fun game.
What will Netflix do for the pregame? Don't they like to bring out some of their own people and promote Netflix shows
Yeah.
other than talking about the game?
what's the big Netflix show right now? Jackie Papers.
I don't know what's on Netflix right now.
What about that Hunting Wives Season 2? Have you heard when that Hunting Wives Season 2 is coming?
If there is a guy that'll never see the light of day.
How dare you, boy?
It's pretty terrible.
So you've watched a bit of it?
I watched the first 2 episodes, and it's about all I needed to see.
That's all you need, huh? Okay.
God, I recommend The Girl Next Door with the delightful Alicia Cuthbert. He bails on that midway through. I recommend Hunting Wives with Scissoring Like the Dickens, and he bails on that. I don't know what to say.
No.
All I can do is recommend the shows that I like.
It seems like sometimes you have if something's a part of the show, you're automatically in on it.
What do you mean by that?
Right. And so I don't necessarily have that barrier, It's like if that crosses that barrier, it doesn't mean I'm automatically in on it. Listen, what are you not getting here?
I'm not following any of it.
I don't. Am I speaking a different language?
Doug,
here?
did you follow?
If there's
No.
sapphic
Thank
play-
you.
if
Old
there's-
guys are not following.
If there's sapphic play, Tim's probably going to be in on it.
But doesn't mean that just
I'm
because
gonna-
Uncle Tim says watch it, that you say yes,
Well,
sir.
if the only gold star on the program is the sapphic play, I might need a little something else.
Okay.
It's pretty hot, though.
Tim saying that's enough. And you're saying
just give me
barrier,
just a touch more.
A lot of word salad, boy.
It's a gold star, no doubt.
What about the plot in The Girl Next Door with the great Timothy Olyphant?
The Girl Next Door, I don't remember. I do remember Hunting Wives and being truly like felt like my brain was leaking out of my ear.
Is that the review on goodorbad.com?
Yeah, that's my official stance, and I'm sticking to it.
Is Gareth back this week?
Yeah, what do we got going on
I don't
Movie
think
Boy?
anyone's back this week, but it's coming back. Don't worry.
All right.
I mean, I can't bust balls on Movie Boy. I've done 2 QFTAs since April 29th. The
Glass
Hunchback of
houses.
Vaughn Castle held up the podcast feed in the mirror, and I go, I got to do one of them QFTAs is what I need to do.
Well, it's Ken's fault.
Thank you. Iggy will be joined by Liam Riley of Abella Dangers podcast. We're trying to get Liam Riley on this show program, but we will have Brad Thompson on the Polos Plus dossier. That's coming away at 8:45 papers, correct?
Yes, sir.
I misspoke on the 9:30.
No. I had to. That's my fault.
Good for you. That's the way you handle things. You want to work with me, you take the blame. That's the way it has
Really?
to be.
Who booked that guest today? Did you have Jackson help? When in doubt, as a host, you just throw the producer right under
That's
the
the
bus.
move.
Yeah.
That's why Francesa, Keith Olbermann, they go through producers like
Oh my God.
every week.
He was trying to get up some game. Francesa was some like random baseball game. Might have had action on it. Don't know. And his producers were running around like zebras being chased by hyenas, trying to find the remote to change the channel for him, and he was getting really pissed.
On the air.
Yeah, it was great. That's a great shirt, by the way, Martin.
What do you got going
If you're
on?
watching on
That's a little
YouTube.
Marquette.
Yeah, but it's like a nice, soft yellow.
It's a soft yellow.
It's just
I don't look like a big banana.
No, it fits great. You look good.
Well, thanks, buddy. We're back. We were bottom off the tracks there. Now we're back.
Never been better.
I feel like the way you guys got back together wasn't about that yellow shirt. It was more about Jackson attacking me and what I look for in a film or a show.
Not at all. Not at all. Everyone has their different proclivities.
Does this bother you that it's a Marquette shirt since we're squaring off in Chicago in November?
Not in the slightest.
Oh, it once looks like a Mizzou shirt. The MU. It's
Yeah. I've
certain
been
lighting. It looks black. And
Only a Stephanie White apologist would have any issues with the Hunting Wives. Doug, that's from Mr. Licks, our wealthiest listener. Who is Stephanie White?
And who are her apologists?
I don't know.
she's the coach of the Fever.
Uh-oh. Jackson has unsubscribed, Martin, from the WNBA, and so I gather Mr. Licks is trying to poke the beehive. Well, he got one by me, too, because I have no idea who Stephanie White is. Where's Brian Henson?
It's Griff season, isn't it?
It's been like that for a minute now.
You go into such a dark place.
No, I
when
don't.
This comes up.
No, I don't.
For a guy who was wearing a Valkyrie's hat just 2 weeks ago.
I'm not unsubscribed from the WNBA, just some of the conjecture around it I'm out on.
You don't want to get into the takey world.
No.
Oh, listen to him exhausted.
I'd rather talk, the Phillies skid and shoving someone their dreams up somewhere. That's what gets me fired up.
Stephanie White should be fired, Jackson. That's from Jugs in D.C.
Get your takes off. I don't give a damn.
Is Jugs back in D.C.?
I'm not the arbiter of your guys' opinions.
I don't know if I thought he was at the lake. Then he was back up in St. Louis. Maybe he's back over in D.C.
And he's Congress adjacent?
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, he's some kind of, I said he's part of the swamp, making money off that government, but maybe not in office.
You think he's an elected official?
No.
Okay.
Of course, Papers is the only one who knows who she is. You can't hide from me. That's from Mr. Licks. You cannot hide from Mr. Licks.
Yeah, I'm right here. 10 toes down, brother.
10 toes down, like on the ground?
That's right.
Okay. There's a lot of code talking today.
Hey, well, unfortunately, Doug, Martin, I don't know if you heard it yesterday, but you were here for the Design Air Heating Cooling email day. Doug was called Pudding McGee yesterday. And I really felt like that was unfair.
It's only a matter of time before Libby DeJohnette comes into studio wearing a Valkyrie hat and a blonde wig. That's from Eric in the Central West End.
I don't need I have blonde hair. I don't need a blonde wig.
Well, it
and
needs to be longer.
I'll wear whatever cap I want. Think I give a damn?
How many WNBA teams do you represent?
I only have one Valkyrie's cap. That was a gift from my lovely sister.
There you go.
So if that bothers you, maybe you need to do some self-inventory or touch grass.
Eric in the Central West End was given two options right there.
Yeah.
Self-inventory
You're just
or
not
touching
here for
grass.
it. You are not taking it.
I mean, Kurt said he's done with his turn-in-cheek era, and now Papers is done with it, Doug.
Apparently so.
The Empire Strikes Back in here.
My stance has been staunch for some time now.
And what is your stance?
I'm here for the love, man. And if you got anything else, take it elsewhere.
How about that? He's here for the love. I like that. But then why wouldn't you like Hunting Wives, where those two ladies were clearly there for the love as well?
There was anything but love. They all had husbands.
But the husbands were supportive.
I don't know what they were. It was like some repressed Texas guilt or something.
And your
I didn't like any of it.
brain was bleeding through your ears?
Yeah. There are some parts of it. You
Even
guys don't have honky tonks up in Cambridge? I damn near threw my remote out the window.
Don't dabble in the latest contrived culture war, please. This show is my refuge. I am in a dark, dark place when TMA is not on the air. Also, Jackson, I'll hook you up with a Caitlin Clark jersey. I might even autograph it. That's from Brian Henshin.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That'd be sweet. You like how they, WNBA, they wear their names under the letter or under the numbers?
Had not noticed.
I got to be honest with you, Martin, I'm right in your camp.
No.
Would you like to join my Hunting Wives camp?
I think it's better over the numbers, but that's where they
those
put like
the
a
choices?
sponsor.
WNBA or Hunting Wives, you have to pick.
Yeah.
Okay, you and your family are on an island. Only one survives, and you pick one show. Okay.
You have one night in Hunting Wives.
I think
Tiger Mike.
Costas and I may have had a discussion at one time about a frank no hedging. And we said when it gets to your family's life depends on it, we were going to counter with, why does my family's life depend on it? Favorite pizza in town. Your family's life depends on it.
They're tied up in the back of some pizza shop.
Dad better get it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, what would be your pizza shop then if your family's life depends? Now you got to answer the question. You can't.
Well, that's a good question.
You can't leave people.
You know what? Give it up to Frank.
Yeah, I have to, now that I'm thinking about it, and I'm off Brittany Snow and Malin Ackerman, boy, I think I'd go see the Miners boys out there at Uncle Leo's.
For St. Louis style, I don't think anyone could argue that.
And the Fungo Wings.
The wings are the best in town.
God, I think that's probably my play. It's not easy to turn my back on Pizza Go-Go. I don't feel like I'm turning my back, but my family's life depends on it now.
Pauly Sorvino, turn your back on.
I got it now. I got to turn my back on you. Doug, we've got monster breaking news in the world of golf. Now, as we have learned on this program, if there is one thing that will upset the audience, it's talking about the sport of golf. It's going to be really uncomfortable next week when Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy are in town competing about 5 minutes from here. But we have significant news that I think even the casual golfer will be, or casual sports fan, will be intrigued by. Just breaking. We'll have that for you. Okay. Yeah, I just got better at teasing. Teasing can't pay it off. This is 101 ESPN.
Hey, this is Jackson with a SportsCenter update. That's brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cardinals win the series against the Phillies yesterday, off today, back in action tomorrow on the north side of Chicago as they take on the Cubs. 1:20 p.m. first pitch with Matthew Liberatore toeing the slab. That was another SportsCenter update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
So you like this one or not?
No, this is crap.
Wow. How Jackson feels about hunting ones.
The Philly native. This was the Eagles' song for their Super Bowl run.
Was it really?
Hold up, wait a minute.
Who got him out?
Who got who?
I thought they got him out of jail. Wasn't that a big movement?
Yeah, Free Meek.
But who was it?
That was
Trump,
Jay-Z.
Biden? I thought it was somebody.
I think it was Jay-Z by extension of the Trump administration.
Chairman Kurt, who is not in his turning the other cheek era anymore, correct? I want to make sure. And it sounds like Jackson isn't either.
No.
Has posted that there's already 3 TMA fan page posts complaining about the golf news that hasn't even been given yet. Is that accurate?
It was just a lucky guess.
Yeah, probably right.
Our golf story, Doug, we were on Inside Edition yesterday.
Oh, were we really?
Yeah, how about that?
For the golf story and the guy with the hole in one.
That's right,
Zach
from
Holloway.
Winghaven. That's correct.
And do we get a little slice for appearing?
Doubtful.
Not 1 cent. This golf story doesn't have to do with St. Louis-based golfer, but it has to do with two-time major winner. Is that right, Papers? Jon Rahm, 2 majors?
Yeah, U.S. Open and the Masters.
Torrey Pines and Masters. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
Sources inside of Live Golf say he is done. They are resigned to the fact that he is likely set to depart Live at the conclusion of their season, and they are almost resigned to the news already. He will announce his final decision in the coming weeks. And then at that point, Doug, the question becomes, does he and will he be allowed back into the PGA Tour? Because when the PGA Tour was here with the PGA Championship in 2018, what a final round we had in St. Louis. I think probably more people remember, maybe I'm off on this, I don't know. I would think so, though. Tiger Woods being in the mix all the way up until a missed tee shot on 17. But then he had the fist pump on 18 after rolling in the birdie putt, and then the shot as he crossed over and all the fans behind him. And
walking that bridge.
And that was really, and he cites that too as the moment that made it clear that he could compete again and he would wind up winning at Eastlake a few weeks later. And then, of course, the most significant one of all, the Masters, that following April. Brooks Koepka, of course, won. But if you look at who was in the mix to win that thing, that was a star-studded leaderboard, and one of the people in the mix, and at that time, very young in his career, Jon Rahm. He was one of the final, part of the final pairings that were going out there on that Sunday afternoon. He will not be here next week because of his ties with Live Golf, but per the Telegraph in the UK, Jon Rahm, they are resigned to the fact that he is leaving Live Golf. There aren't too many players that people would be all that interested in leaving Live Golf. Jon Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau would fall into that category, and now you have Rahm. Per the Telegraph, they're resigned to it, that he is leaving Live Golf.
What if there's any stipulation on all the money those guys got? Like when Koepka left Live, is it prorated because you played a couple of years? You got to give him some back. But I know Mr. Licks has not had his press conference yet.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And then Liv had a big announcement recently that they're staying, kind of, possibly. I had Jay Delsing on Sports Final last night. We were talking about Liv, and he said they don't even have an investment. It's a line of credit that they have access to. But at some point, you have to pay it back. So the business model for Liv is still a little shaky.
Some of the players are a little shaky, too. I was watching a little of it yesterday, the day before. I don't know if it was a replay of a previous tournament. And the guy was about 80 yards out for a chip shot, took a divot a foot long. The ball went halfway to the green. I said, I can watch that at Forest Park. Doesn't look like any pro tournaments I've seen recently.
Probably not the best sign. So Fox Network has carried some live golf recently. And last Friday, it was supposed to be on in the middle of the day, like 11 to 1. And we get a programming note late Thursday night. Update, tomorrow's Fox live coverage will only be 1 hour. And I thought,
oh, wow. Is that
kind of golf coverage is 1 hour?
Iggy's prison window hand is in the Form Energy YouTube chat and says, wow, it's almost like Liv was bound to fail from the very beginning. Doug, that's Iggy's prison window hand. The never-ending wipe says, what a surprise. The money grab golf league isn't working out. And Iggy's also in there talking about it, along with the Saint Lunatic and Scorsy. You can join in there. Subscribe to the TMA STL YouTube channel because Doug's going to get silver chunks when we hit 7,200 subscribers, and we're at 7,160 subscribers on the TMA STL YouTube channel. It is 8:03 as we move from the Healthcare Evolution 7 o'clock hour to the Fisher Window and Door Store 8 o'clock hour here on TMA. You're welcome to get involved by texting in 314-399-9646, 314-399-9646. You also can call in to the Collier and Thompson phone lines, 314-974-0101, and of course, email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Sweet mother of mercy, is it going to be hot, Doug? It is something otherworldly. And it's unrelenting. 96 for a high today, 97 Friday, 97 Saturday, 94 Sunday. A brief respite from highs in the 90s on Monday at 87. And then when Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy come to town, high in 90 on Tuesday for the practice round, 93 on Wednesday for the Pro-Am, 94 on Wednesday for the first round, 92 on Friday for the second round, and 91 on Saturday for what I call the third round. Doug calls the penultimate round.
I don't call it that.
So if you have an air conditioning issue, designairservice.com. That's it. It's going to suck. You're not going to enjoy it. I can promise you that. Who does enjoy it? The good news is you don't have to sit there and wait for days. Design Air Heating and Cooling will come out there and take care of it quick, fast, in a hurry. Just go to designairservice.com. One of the things that's a phenomenon about this program is not only do we have the audience, and God bless them, supporting the sponsors, we have the sponsors supporting the sponsors. So advertisers on this program have their ecosystem, and I got this from Jason Gossrau of Schaefer Door Company, who just installed the new garage door at my house a couple weeks ago. Tim, I got the dreaded text from home, which was a picture of the thermostat reading 78 degrees yesterday. I booked an appointment online with Design Air for today, and this was yesterday, which I was surprised they were booking next day non-emergency appointments with this heat. Good on them. The super cute Patrick was right on time.
Wow, he's new.
Yeah, you want to jot him down.
Yeah, I'm going to.
That's what he's known as.
Super cute.
SCP, they call him Super Cute Patrick.
Okay.
And he was right on time, had it diagnosed within 5 minutes, and had it going in 20 minutes. Being in a similar business, I like to pay attention to how other companies handle service calls, and the process worked flawlessly. Thank you, Design Air Heating and Cooling. That's the great Jason Gossrau of Schaefer Door Company. Sponsors supporting sponsors here on TMA. Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Brad Thompson coming up on the Polos Plus dossier. Jackson, 8:45, I got that. Abella Danger's co-host Liam Riley is scheduled to join us at some point. We'll be ready. What?
Okay. I wouldn't know if she walked in the door.
Abella or Liam? Because Liam's a guy.
Either one. I don't know either one.
Liam's a guy.
Okay.
Smaller gentleman. Hairless.
Oh, it was like Billy Barty?
Billy Barty was hairless?
Well, he was a little thin up top, wasn't he?
Who's that?
What? I feel like Steve Sarkisian.
He was a little person who was in a bunch of shows and movies.
Got it.
Going back a ways.
And he was hairless?
I don't know that he was. I don't know. It just seemed like maybe he was a little thin up top.
I would like to see Mickey Carroll get some more opportunities.
I agree with you on that take.
Because for years...
He was able to judge Girl Next Door contest, but that was kind of it.
For years, just handing out those little bitsy slippers. Yep. But he always had one handy to hand you.
Mm-hmm.
What time is Tim's Tea Time next Thursday at Belle Reve? I want to make sure I'm following shot by shot. That's from MD 2020.
You're not in the tournament.
Yeah, and isn't that horse crap?
Yeah. It's clearly all politics.
Thank you. God, I didn't want to say that because it could come off as sour grapes.
What if they put out a press release that they're adding a 51st player to the field? It's not Brooks Koepka, but it's local St. Louis radio host Tim McKernan.
Tim's dad could make the announcement.
Well, who else would?
Right. It's the only person I would want to hear from.
It is a bummer, though, that Koepka's not in this field. Would have been nice to see him come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was mad at himself, to his credit.
He said he's been terrible all year.
Can't putt, you can't win. Simple as that. You got a little putter problem going on.
And it is a no-cut weekend, so
That's
people,
correct.
isn't that kind of nice? On Saturday
100%.
you're going to still see all the big
cannot
games.
wait.
Yeah, if you have a ticket
I'm going to be out there starting on Sunday.
Yeah.
I would think those galleries are going to be more intense because you have less golfers on the course, too.
Yep. Yeah, and they're obviously playing for, there's high stakes on a tournament like this. They're right ahead of the Tour Championship.
I'll be at Belle Reve on Friday for anyone who wants to come by and say hello. That's from Mr. Licks.
Huh. I don't think I've met Lick, so I look forward to it.
Yeah. Who will be out there on Friday.
Just holding court?
I would assume that he has a tent.
Okay.
What's the weather looking like for next week? I know you're probably
just heard the forecast. Hotter than a fire as a hell, Jack.
It's hard to keep it all straight. Yeah, hot. Hotter than hell.
There you go.
Okay.
Doug, you have any other questions on the forecast?
It seems like it's going to be hot with a slight chance of rain.
78 degrees. I keep my house at 78 degrees. That's from I Hate Paper Straws.
78 is pretty warm in the house.
Yeah.
That's a tough spot there.
70.
But hey, you know what? I'm not going to thermostat shame if I'm not going to kink shame.
What do you guys keep it at when you sleep?
68 degrees. And I woke up this morning and it was 69.
Nice.
You'll find, Tim, when your kids get older, there's thermostat wars.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're paying for it, you'll decide, and then the next kid comes along, 64. Like, whoa, I'm paying for it. And then somebody else is cold, and then the next thing you know, it's going up, it's going down. Don't touch the dial.
As soon as you get to a hotel, the first thing you got to do in the summer just get it as low as humanly possible. You ain't paying.
You just hammer it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, I'll be there on Thursday for those who want to say hi to me. That's from In DeBoer We Trust, Doug. So if you want to see your licks, it's Friday.
How do we know these guys?
Name tags?
Well, it's like a limo driver. You know, you just put
hold it up.
put their name right above them, but it's for themselves.
Big sign. Licks here.
Yeah, right.
Which concession stand is Licks running, or is he going to be a walking vendor like at the old ballpark? That's from Brian Henshin. So he thinks he's in concessions?
Well, that's a nice job.
Sure.
I think Licks has a tent right along like 17.
His own tent?
Or maybe his house is one of those houses right off of 16. I could see that.
Yeah. It's a nice place to watch the tournament.
But he's passionate about not going west to 270.
Yeah. There's a really nice house by that par 3.
Doug, there's a really nice house on Belle Reve.
Think about it.
All around the course.
It's like right there. It's like it feels like you're playing in their backyard.
Is there only one nice house on Belle Reve?
No.
This one is really nice.
Yeah. I don't like your guys' tone.
You don't? Okay.
You don't like anything today.
No,
You're on edge, boy.
I feel like I'm getting made fun of.
Maybe just a tick.
If you lived on a golf course, would you want to be right on a par 3 so that maybe
just go out there and get some work in?
Sneak out there and get to
If
practice.
it's a place like Belle Reve, yeah. If it's a place where maybe some less than stellar golfers are, maybe I'd put up a net.
What is the rule if you hit it? You're playing a course. There's houses on the
Where's
course.
James Carlton with an answer to this question?
Well, you
James
hit it,
Collin.
You hit it in their
314-974-0.
backyard. Can you go into somebody's personal?
What
and
if
then
you hit a window? What if you break a window?
Well,
That's
then
on the
you just
golfer.
bail.
That's on the golfer.
Just don't put your name on the golf balls.
Right.
When you're
But can you walk into their yard?
No, it'd be trespassing.
So you cannot
You
pursue
can,
your...
like you can do it and you'll probably be absolutely fine. But if you're asking like the letter of the law, I believe it would be trespassing.
But I've seen some people look a little... of course, I've never hit a ball in anybody's backyard.
Sure.
But you've seen that look where they're a little miffed. I'm like, well, you live on a golf course.
Yeah,
I don't know if that'd be
gotta tell you, I don't
trespassing
agree
or
with
not.
that.
If you walk in your neighborhood and walk across somebody's backyard, is that against the law? Is that trespassing?
I think.
You don't want anybody cutting through your yard and your birch tree.
It doesn't bother me. I've seen
It's
people have done that.
again,
People
like
can
I
cut
think
through
it's,
your yard?
I think if you're asking like
Fine.
letter of the law, I think it's always bad form. Like if you do hit a ball and it's barely in someone's yard, move it on back onto the golf. Don't hit. Out
Oh
of their
no! Don't
backyard.
hit it out of their
No,
yard.
I'm saying
So be
go.
anyway, bro.
I know, but I've
White
seen,
steak season. White steak season.
I've seen people do it.
I'm not saying to hit it. I'm
Take a
saying
big old divot out of someone's, sod.
sorry, I hit the bird bath on my backswing. I'm saying to just retrieve to go pick it up.
I think you'd be fine, but
But technically, you shouldn't.
Doug, We Too Low lives on a par 3. That's from the Worson Woods Wacko.
Okay. I always thought if you buy a house right on a golf course, you've got no reason to complain if there's an occasional golf ball in your yard.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I tend to agree.
I'm saying I've seen people look a little miffed. They're on their deck looking down at like, oh, you hit it in my yard.
Now, there's some places that they have a fence right on that line, that white stake line for that out of bounds, and I see sometimes people are trying to get their wedge and fish the ball out. That's also maybe not your best idea.
I think I've told you this before. I played around in Miami. It was at Doral, in fact, years ago.
Nice.
And I hit a pretty good drive, but it sliced right at the end and hit a house. I heard it hit the house, and the alarm went off immediately. The alarm went off.
Oh, God.
So we kept playing, and by the time we got about even to where my ball went out of bounds, the police were there with guns drawn.
Holy crap.
They just kept their head down, just kept playing.
They thought they found Tony Montana, and it was just your Titleist.
I guess. You know, a lot of people have alarms set so that if no one's home,
right,
and the police call and nobody answers, they come a running.
Yeah.
They got right on it.
Miami police was quick on that one. Dade County.
Doug, the recovering alcoholic from Belleville and Webster Groves, says he just opened up Facebook. It's a TMA fan page that Jackson moderates. Does a hell of a job.
Yeah, like from a crow's nest on a pirate ship as I look about.
Just opened Facebook and got hit right between the eyes with a pic of Iggy's guy, Liam Riley. I have made sweet, sweet Kai pose like this. So then I went to the TMA fan page. And Doug, this is Martin. I don't know if you're familiar with Liam Riley. Here he is looks like he's in roller skates.
No.
Martin, there he is.
Oh, why would you show us that?
Well, that's who Iggy is enjoying.
Oh.
You ever posed nude on a bed with roller skates and high socks?
Not today, anyway.
We're not going to kick you.
Iggy changing Leona Helmsley's pull-ups?
It's kind of the stance.
I don't want to see that either.
There you go. Slap you a nice note next morning. Free breakfast.
She gave him a watch.
That's what it was. Watch. The Queen of Mean.
That's correct.
One of the wildest stories ever.
That Ken Iggy Strode slept with Leona Helmsley?
Is there a Ken meter?
Truly wild.
Do you guys have a Ken meter on your show where it's believable, somewhat believable, absolute made up?
I believe it all.
Whenever he really feels like he's
kayfabe?
Yeah. Whenever he's really getting his bag, I'll hit him with that.
He's heating up.
So you could maybe use that as a scale.
In his bag.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he gets there often.
Iggy is in the Forum Energy YouTube chat and says Leona Helmsley gave him a bracelet.
A bracelet. Yeah. Love bracelet.
A love bracelet. Friendship bracelet.
What would Helmsley do?
We will follow up on that on After the Morning After, which airs from 11 to 12. That's in the TMA podcast feed, and you can watch it. Jackson's got the hat up. That's a Polos Plus hat right there.
And ATMA killed QFTA.
It's not supposed to, but it kind of has. But I got to do one. I'm looking at maybe Monday. Do you think there are practice rounds on Monday?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep.
A handful of people, probably.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be the full field out there, but yeah, I'm sure guys.
Then I kind of want to be out there.
It's a short trip from Memphis to St. Louis.
And they're going to go to the Guns N' Roses concert. Scotty Scheffler, Guns N' Roses. Scotty Scheffler loves Ice Cube and Public Enemy.
Yeah, and then right from there on to the first tee at Belle Reve.
Correct.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
Is that why they timed it that way, Doug? Is that the
I don't
greatest
think so.
golfers in the world? Rory could stop by Bush on Sunday night.
Slash is playing in the Pro-Am on Wednesday. He's like a 7 right now. Dangerous 7, though. If he gets hot.
That's right.
Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design, air, heating, and cooling email today. Coming up on the Polos Plus dossier at 9:45. Brad Thompson with us coming up at 8:45. Get involved on the program. Text in 314-399-9646. Open up your YouTube app. Subscribe to the channel. 303 people are in there talking it over right now. It's the TMASTL YouTube channel and the Forum Energy YouTube chat. And, of course, call in. Chairman Kurtz waiting for your phone call. Callier and Thompson phone lines 314-974-0101. It's TMA 101 ESPN.
Stopping by Village Bar to have a little lunch, meeting your friends there later, happy hour, watching all the sports on all the TVs, checking out the best cheeseburger in town. Well, while you're there, make sure you sample the products of 1879 Distilling, made right there in back inside that beautiful barn, which is right in the middle of the parking lot. It's part of the old school vibe that you get at Village Bar. But they started doing 1879 Distilling, and now it's catching on, winning awards, not just in this region, but really all around the U.S. Just the other day, they got a bunch of medals sent to them from West Palm, Florida, where they had won some awards for their Red Barn Vodka, award-winning bourbon rye, the dark Havana rum, all these just great choices. And you can see the entire selection online at 1879distilling.com. But while you're there at Village Bar, order one of those honeybee martinis. Check out the Red Joe Collins. Sounds like an old school ball player. Award-winning brands made in back. It's an homage to the old days of distilleries right on the riverfront here in St. Louis. You can taste the difference when you order a drink with Red Barn Vodka. 1879distilling.com. See the entire variety. And this weekend, the tasting room from noon to 5 on Saturday. Stop by and sample the products there at Village Bar.
Oh, wow. I still have 3.5 hours more to do. How am I supposed to do this after this?
You can't be expected to.
I don't know about you. For me, the part that hits me the hardest is right at the end where the music cuts out and it's just the four gentlemen from Philly going a cappella.
Oh, really? That's what you like?
Oh!
Yeah, today's music theme is an ode to Philadelphia.
Really?
Is this song about a cuck?
This song's about cuckoldry?
At the when the music kind of breaks away and the guy just kind of talks, I feel like he's describing a cuck sitch.
Is he really?
Is that right? And his name is that Michael McCrary, Doug? And he had a breakup
I don't know who it is.
with the other three gentlemen. No.
There was only 3 of them handing out flowers at the Enterprise Center.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael McCrary is the deep voice guy who apparently was cuckolded. I had no idea. Boy, I just
didn't
listened
know
to the
that.
song through the lens of my breakup with that Ursuline girl who cheated on me. I was cucked.
You were dating an Ursuline gal, and she found someone
5'1".
she liked someone taller.
That's it.
Was
I'm
out.
going HD2.
Out.
St. Charles, rejoice. I'm done.
Did someone else give her a mixtape?
That's really what you did to woo a girl back then. Is here's music that I like.
Get him like a free app from Pietro's and a mixtape.
Nice. Yeah, fried calamari and a cassette.
I mean, they could make the mixtape themselves, couldn't they?
But
Of
Tim
music that
curated
they
it.
like.
Right,
Just
I
for them.
curated it.
It's the effort, Doug.
Okay.
I want to hear this cuckold verse. Listen how much pain he's in. So wait, they wrote this song about a young Mr. Tim? That's Brian Henson. I don't know.
I don't know.
Take a listen right here, Doug. This is Michael McCrary. Listen. Oh, yeah, cucked.
It's just like you and Ursuline.
Yep. Boy, it's a bad cuck, too.
A willing.
Yeah, willing. Yearning cuck. Wow.
Is Ursuline technically in Kirkwood, or would that
Doug,
be
is Ursuline in
Oakland, I believe.
Oakland?
Yeah.
Oaktown, baby. Ricky Henderson.
That's got to be where the most municipalities all converge. Is right
You
there.
ever drive to Lambert?
Yeah, I guess you go through Belnor, Charlac, and then back to Belnor, all in one highway turn.
Yeah, on 170, there's 2 signs that are like 50 yards apart.
Yeah,
Like
that's
a-
what I'm talking about. You go Belnor, then Charlac for about 30 feet, and then back to Belnor.
This guy's a simp! That's from the unknown DJ.
What's he talking about?
I think Michael McCrary, who got cucked.
I don't know. I don't know if you can have a voice that deep and be a simp. Maybe a cuck, but I don't know. We'll ask
Is there a
you.
difference, Doug?
Yes, for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Simp, I think, would long to be a cuck.
Simp would long to be a cuck. God, I can't follow.
I don't either.
This Papers is having his own. He's on his own planet today, and during the break, I said something sarcastic, and he looked at me and he said, "You want to eat your teeth?" This guy,
You gonna scrap?
he's ready to brawl.
I said it with a large grin. But yeah, Martin's on thin ice.
Now, how
So-
would a simp become a cuck?
Clip that off.
Well, I guess
Can I
if
have
the
an example?
if the simp were to, like, a simp is someone who vies after a woman, picks up their dry cleaning for them, washes their car, but isn't really in a physical relationship with them.
Yeah.
Then starts the physical relationship with said woman, then gets cucked. That would how the genesis
How
would
a
be.
simp becomes a
Similar to how a
cuckold.
caterpillar becomes a butterfly.
Oh.
This is one hell of a sports show. Doug, that's from Mahomes' long body. And, well, unfortunately, he is not happy, but is in the 636. That is the brand. You can text in 314-399-9646. You can get involved by texting in and expressing your displeasure as we break down this Cardinals and Phillies victory and what a Jim Dandy it was yesterday here in St. Louis. Cardinals now off to Chicago to take on the Cubs. Day off today. Enjoy it, fellas. You've earned it.
Okay.
Oh, what a game it was as they got to Zach Wheeler, and Brad Thompson will join us coming up in about 18 minutes on the Polos Plus dossier to talk about it in our 7 o'clock hour, brought to you by Healthcare Evolution. We played some audio of 3 different shows in Philadelphia, angry as hornets. But here in St. Louis, Oli Marmol talked about the win of the game and the series over the Phillies.
Well, let's hear Oli.
Been consistent with that aspect of their game as far as flushing the previous day and taking care of business and what's in front of them. This series is a great example of that. I feel like that was a tough one. You fight back the first game of the series and you come up short. This is a good team across the way for a lot of reasons. They do a lot of things well. So to be able to take yesterday's game and then to punch the way we did today was awesome. Prieto gets his first knock there, and then we're able to string it together with JJ through the 4-hole, and then the at-bats after that with Herrera and Burley getting to that pitch for the double and walk. I mean, to punch right after that with another double. Wheeler's done a nice job all year, so to be able to take those style of at-bats against a really good arm is what was needed, but that was pretty impressive. I mean, Sanchez and Wheeler, those are two playoff caliber arms. Those are the guys you're going to face when it matters. So what I love about a series like this is you're playing against a team that's built to make a deep run into the playoffs, and we played like one too.
I got to tell you, I agree with everything he said. I really do.
Yeah, take two from Sanchez and Wheeler when they're both
big
pitching
boy stuff.
Well,
And
especially
you kind of had a heartbreaker on Monday after you mounted a Sunday charge. That was the game to get. God, that's what Chip Carey and our guest at 8:45, Brad Thompson, were talking about. Their bullpen was leveraged. So Painter, and I don't know what the name of that guy was that came in, but they had to go the rest of the way. And the Cardinals rallied, but came up short. And then you're going, oh, boy, they might get swept here. And then the Cubs are playing well. This thing could get out of control. And instead, they respond the way they did against that team. It's big boy stuff. I keep going back to that. It's big boy stuff. In the inning that Oli Marmol was talking about, Martin, our guy, Cesar Prieto, got things going with his first hit, and he looked to the heavens in celebration. Then Fermin flew out to right, and Crook struck out swinging. So, hey, Prieto's on base, but there's two outs. Zach Wheeler, he had a low pitch count at that time, and then Weatherholt gets the base hit, kind of sneaks it through, diving second baseman on the right side of the infield, and this was the at-bat that was so key. This was the one, because he falls behind Wheeler. Herrera does 0-1, very good pitch, but then Wheeler gets back-to-back balls, so it's 2-1. And Brad, and we'll talk about it with him, this was the igniting pitch. It was a really, really good pitch on 2-1, and Herrera was able to lay off, and that was big because now you got a 3-1 count, and on 3-2, he was able to hit a four-seamer and kept that inning going, and the Cardinals are able to mount a bigger rally with Burleson and Walker. And all of a sudden, it's 5-1 on an inning that looked like it was just going to be harmless, and Wheeler could very well go deep into the ball game. But that's back-to-back starts for him, where he didn't have the kind of outcome he had. But I don't think he necessarily had bad stuff. Doug, you say other people also on a scholarship.
They're on scholarship too.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, they got the Wheeler. They didn't do anything against Sanchez, but they got the Wheeler.
Shove the dreams up your ass.
Oh, well, unfortunately, that's the response in Philadelphia to playing in the Field of Dreams game tonight in Iowa after losing 2 of 3 in St. Louis. We need that guy to be a regular. We need him on to preview the Cardinals and Phillies next week.
How could you be so upset with the loss in August?
What'd you do on your live postgame show last night?
I didn't have one.
Live feed?
I was able to absorb what happened and move on with my life.
Did your sleep improve last night after the dog situation?
Thing? Yes, I got a little hemp. One of our listeners called and suggested you get a little hemp drops.
Yeah, like CBD.
For them, yeah.
Nice.
And so I did that. And
chilled air out?
It did. Nice. It worked. For
Still
one
sleeping.
night anyway.
Still out. Been sleeping for days.
May never come around again, but at least I got to sleep.
How about the Burleson-Walker RBI battle? I noticed that because Burleson was sitting at 81 RBIs. He gets the big hit. He's now at 83. Walker comes up, says, all right, I'll take the lead back from you. He's at 84. Next at bat, Burleson hits one. They're both at 84 ribbies.
Yeah, having very similar seasons. Burleson's hitting 287, Walker 284. Burleson on base 354, Walker 343. Very similar years.
Just got to get that. Just got to get a fifth bat. We got to get that number 5. We don't have a number 5 here, Doug. I say when they're playing well.
Martin, maybe that player will arrive tomorrow on the north side of Chicago, and his name is Josh Baez. Think we'll see him tomorrow? What percentage are you going to give me?
If that were to be a case, it would happen today, right? They'd call him up today, or no, tomorrow.
I mean, they don't have to announce it. They could do anything. I mean, you can put him on a plane.
I would imagine he would be aware of it today.
Okay, gotcha.
What do you think, Martin? I'm going to trust your number more than any other number in the whole
No,
wide world.
I don't have a great read on it because I think they want to be. They're being a little patient here. I would have done it sooner. I don't care. But
I get the August 14th.
No, I do too. I know. I was impulsive. I'm going to put it at 25%.
I'm going to say it's higher than that. Because I think this weekend series is going to be a huge one. You don't want to get swept there. They've clearly got a hole in the outfield there and left that he could fill. I'll say it's more like 50% chance.
Well, I mean, what if we have Josh Baez in a Navy cap on a Friday afternoon in a playoff race in Chicago? Are you horse plowing me?
I'm not, no.
And if you're
Let's go, Papers.
If you call him up,
brother.
Would you put him in that lineup right away, Doug?
Yes.
The skipper loved to do that. You call him up, put him right out
absolutely.
there. Get out there.
You got to bring him up to sit him on the bench.
Who gets sent down? Doug, there aren't any options.
Yeah, there's plenty of options to sit somebody down.
Whoever.
I mean, if you're serious,
You're gonna tell Prieto after that big hit that he's got to go?
Yeah, you can go watch the St. Jude.
Well, I guess that's
There's a
give him like a
selling
day
point.
pass.
Yeah.
if you're serious about still being in the race, why the hell wouldn't you bring him up? What are you waiting on?
Jackson answered Doug's
Who you
question.
got playing left field now that you can't keep out of the lineup?
Why do you hate Fermin, friend of the show?
I don't. I like Fermin. I really do.
I don't think he would be the one on the I-55.
No,
but I'm saying he's your starting left fielder primarily.
Down, give him a gift card to Central Barbecue and say, see you in a week or two.
The Cardinals aren't in a playoff race. That's from the amateur proctologist, Doug.
They're only 2.5 out. They are in a playoff race, whether you want to admit it or not. They don't look like a World Series contender, but nonetheless, there they are, 2.5 out.
Put that guy on notice. I didn't like his
You
tone.
want the amateur proctologist on notice. Is that different than a suspension?
Yeah. Just to put him on your radar.
Okay.
Guys, if Baez doesn't play in Memphis's game today, is that a sign? That's from Clem.
I'd say yes.
I would agree 100% with Clem. Guess who hit a home run last night for Memphis?
Gorman.
Yes, Nolan Gorman got his eye back. 6 home runs in the month of August, Martin. You think we're going to see him back in St. Louis?
I think yes, you will.
Wow.
At some point. Yeah.
I think he
showcase him a little bit. Maybe just get that fake value up a little bit.
Fake value.
He could probably replace Prieto, and Baez could replace Pereira, and give those two guys a shot here. At least some thunder off the bench.
I kind of like Pereira.
Well, he's made a couple of really good plays, but I think he'd like Baez better.
Down.
Yeah, I'd send.
But does that then put you in a spot where you don't have enough middle infielder options? Because he can pop up in a variety of spots too.
He plays everywhere. But you still have Torres.
Fermin plays second.
I mean, Fermin and Torres can probably do a little bit of that.
Yeah. I think you'd be okay.
Here's what I would tell you. We, in St. Louis, I'm not talking about those of us here on the program, in St. Louis, have grown accustomed to the organization doing the stuff that we don't want them to do or not doing the stuff that we want them to do. And so far this season, hell, the Navy Caps would be on the business side, but also on the baseball side, they have done things that I didn't expect them to do, not because of Chaim Bloom's track record, but because of the previous era of non-moves or moves, but really more often non-moves. And I'm talking about with adjusting the roster. And they were quick on bringing Crooks up, and you might go, well, that didn't work out. But at least you gave him the chance. They did the same thing with Jordan. I mean, I recall we were talking about, they don't like Jordan at third base. And then a couple weeks later, here he was in St. Louis playing third base. This doesn't knock them off track from the mission. The mission is still intact. Now, bringing him up, I'm talking about Baez now, bringing Baez up a couple weeks ago would have, because now, and the reason, because I talk about this like everybody knows, but the reason is August 14th is the magic date in which a player can be called up and still maintain his rookie eligibility for the following season. And in the case of winning Rookie of the Year, that is why it has value. It's not a let's manipulate service time to save money because the DeWitts won another mansion in Southern California. That might be a talking point, but that's not the reason. There are actual reasons for this. So in the case of the Rookie of the Year last year, anybody remember the Rookie of the Year last year? Who was the Rookie of the Year last year?
It was somebody who had a really nice freshman campaign.
Man, I like that. I want to make sure I got this right before I start by, but I'm pretty sure I know.
Well, with the service time thing, too, it actually reversed because then that player would get an extra a year closer to arbitration if they were to win Rookie of the Year. So it's going to be complete opposite of service time manipulation.
Doug, National League Rookie of the Year last year was Drake Baldwin to the Braves.
Oh, okay.
And then what do the Braves get? They get a draft pick. It comes right after the first round.
Yep.
That is the reward for developing that player. That is of value. So that's the reason. Now, the cutoff, I believe, Martin, 130 at-bats. They can't have more than 130 at-bats, but August 14th is the magic day. So had they brought him up in June, well, that kind of would have knocked him off the plan.
Right.
This is the reason. So therefore, I'd be curious why they wouldn't. It'd be one thing if you're going, well, that means we got to displace somebody who's in the lineup.
Yeah.
Who?
I think
Well, you got a wide open spot in your lineup and in left field.
His position.
I mean, if anything, this season you've gotten some clarity. You can believe in Leahy and Palante moving forward. You've kind of figured out Gorman's probably not going to work at the big league level. You're almost there with Liberatore. You realize Pages is not an everyday catcher. There's things that have been kind of sorting themselves out, but you still have third base undecided, full-time catcher undecided, left field, center field wide open. To this guy, give him a lengthy run. I would. It was just my sense that they weren't feeling it was necessary to do it right away. That was my sense. Heim didn't say that exactly. I hope to God they call him up. I'd love to be wrong about it. But my sense was they weren't going to do it right away. But I hope to be wrong.
The only thing I can think of is if they're really concerned about the strikeout thing and don't want to hurt his confidence against, big league pitching.
His strikeout rate has been declining over the last couple of months. Gorman's is still there, but he does have 6 home runs in the month of August. For the record, Baez was 1 for 4 in Memphis's game last night, not with a home run, but with an RBI and a run scored. The deep voice dude, who I think is also the amateur proctologist, Doug, is that correct?
I don't know if he is or not.
Says, did they talk about the Lakers sale yet? It's a pretty massive sports story.
Okay. We did yesterday.
I think that was in it up. I think papers broke the story.
Well.
First Dable gets fired. Now the Lakers sale.
That's right.
Had it first.
Schilt. Don't forget about Schilt. He was on the hot seat for 2 years before he left.
Yeah.
Was that the San Diego hot seat?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not going to get in Rich Gould's crosshairs.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
That. We got Brad Thompson joining us coming up here on the program. 101 ESPN has your chance to win a pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship happening next week, August 18th through the 23rd at Belle Reve. The passes include access to the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra. See the top PGA players in the world compete while enjoying the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra. Find your shot to score a pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship at Belle Reve right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app. Brad Thompson coming up here on the Polos Plus dossier. Also on the Polos Plus dossier, we will be joined, we will have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Martin, can you tell us about Design Air?
I can, Tim. Did business with Design Air last fall. Needed a new HVAC unit. First things first, you talk about what the options are. They spell that all out. Then you get the installation. Really just a professional operation. And I've already forgotten. Doug, who did I have? I had Joe and Joey.
Rugged Joe.
Rugged Joe. Just a great team. They came in, got that installation done. Then we sat down, kind of walked through all the new options. A lot of bells and whistles available, new technology. And the great thing about Seth Goldcamp's team, they are up to speed on all of the great technology. The business has evolved since the early days of Design Air, more than a century ago, but the bottom line is still the same. And it's making sure you're comfortable inside your home, whether it's summertime with that AC, in the winter with the heat going. You want to do business with a company that's been around a long time, but on top of that, great employees. There is a difference when you work with Design Air. Sign up for a maintenance program. Do that at designairservice.com. And when they're inside your home, these are true professionals, not trying to sell you something you don't need. You can tell the difference with Designer. All of the employees, Doug's got adjectives attached to all of them. I'm just going to tell you, every employee there enjoys their job, and you can tell the difference. So when you're choosing an HVAC company, make sure you go with Designair online, designairservice.com.
Email in Designair Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That comes your way on the PolosPlus.com dossier at 9:45. Brad Thompson joining us coming up in the next segment. It's TMA 101 ESPN. You believe we're already talking about the end of summer. It feels like we were just firing up the grill for Memorial Day, and now school is about to start. Football's coming back, and before you know it, the holidays will be here. Once fall gets rolling, life has a way of getting really busy. So if replacing your windows has been sitting on your to-do list, now is the time to get it done and cross it off for good. Universal Windows Direct has an offer that is hard to beat right now. When you buy 4 windows, you get 4 windows free. That's right, buy 4, get 4 free. And to make it even easier, you'll get 48 months of 0% interest financing, same as cash. Call 314-334-2522. That's 314-334-2522. Or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free, 48 months of 0% interest, same as cash. Take one more thing off your list and enjoy a more comfortable home for years to come. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows. It's TMA 101 ESPN. We are in the Fisher Window and Door store, 8 o'clock hour here on the morning. After Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne, little Jackie Papers. Loved that Rascal Puff on the ones and twos with you here on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. And Doug, I don't know if you heard the intro, but guess what? Brad Thompson's on the Callier and Thompson phone lines. Morning, Brad.
Good morning, fellas. How we doing today?
Just chipper as chickens galore. And I'm telling you, I loved that game yesterday, and I've been waiting to ask you about this because you called attention to it right away. That fifth inning where they broke through on Wheeler, who I don't think was bad. The Cardinals had got him. When Ivan Herrera passed on that 2-1 offering, setting up a 3-1 pitch, you were on it right away. That was such a big moment in that game because then it set the stage for the parade of hits that led to the Cardinals breaking that game open. That was a big moment, and I loved that you guys were all over it.
Well, it was a big moment, and it had to be something that you knew. Like Herrera, we've watched him all season long. He's been hit 25 times for a reason, right? It's not because he's diving into everything. It's because people try to get him out inside. That's what you have to do. And Wheeler's got himself a really good sinker, and even earlier in that at-bat, he offered at one, the first pitch, he offered at one a sinker in off the plate that was just running on him. So for him to be able to make that adjustment in that spot was enormous. We're starting to see him take the at-bats that we're used to seeing from Herrera, him being more patient, waiting for the pitch that he can drive, fouling off the ones that he can. So that was big to be able to get that started. And Wheeler, I know the last couple of starts for him had not been very good. His last three had not been solid. But you know the overall numbers, you know the career, and just the way that he was throwing the ball early. He looked solid, but the guys were able to wear him down, get him out of that inning, and then the hit parade did come. But it's a good call with Herrera, man. He was all over it, got something out over the plate he could drive the other way, and really got the party started.
Another good outing by Leahy for the Cardinals. 5 innings, only gave up 1 run. What is he doing now that's making him so effective?
He's aggressive in the zone, number one. He was 15 to 20 first pitch strikes right now, which is huge. And he's landing all of his stuff. Like, he's landing his slider. He's landing his sweeper. He trusted the changeup. He actually threw the changeup yesterday more than he's thrown it all season long. And with a lefty lineup, you use it. But he used against the righties also. So that was a big pitch for him. So I think he's just continuing to evolve as a pitcher. And he's gotten past that awkward point of, what do I do as a starter? What do my days in between the starts look like? Like, he's got his routine figured out. Now, the interesting part down the stretch now is going to be how they utilize Kyle Leahy. And I think that you're going to see a lot of what you saw yesterday. Low pitch count, 5 innings, he's out of the game. Like, that's just kind of where they're at innings-wise for him and pitch-wise for the season. I think they're going to want to be able to limit that for him. But he's done such a good job. And I was talking to the guys on the fast lane yesterday. I mean, it's gone with Kyle Leahy. It's gone from, hey, is this going to work? It doesn't look great. What should they do? Should Quinn Matthews be in that spot? To, if you have one game to win, Kyle Leahy might be the guy that you guys pick. Like, right now for you guys, with the starting rotation the way that it is, you have one game to win. It's game 163. Everybody's fresh. Who do you want starting that game?
Yeah, it's him or Palante, I think, for me right now.
Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree. And Palante, another guy that has grown immensely this year and landing his secondary stuff as well. Like, Leahy is on your short list of a guy that can get some swing and miss and get the job done. So credit to him for putting in the work, and credit to the Cardinals staff for putting him in that position and giving him a long runway to find out truly what it is. Because if you are impatient, if you're reactionary to a handful of starts, then you're not going to see the Kyle Leahy that we've seen over the last 9 starts for him, which might be the best run in baseball. I'm not positive on this, but he's got an ERA of about 1.5 over his last 9 starts. So credit to him and credit to the organization for giving him the opportunity.
And Brad, as flawed as the system might be for a team sitting around 500 to still be alive in the playoff mix, for this group here, and we talk all the time about a younger group, but for them to play some games and maybe feel a little bit of that pressure where the games do have meaning and, hey, we're still alive, I would think that that's going to have some benefit at some point, to just kind of, instead of just being 10 games under and, oh, well, it's a learning year, well, we're rebuilding, what are you going to do? I think that's probably good if they've got a little bit of pressure on them.
I totally agree. And you know this, with a young team, it feels like there's always pressure. You'll hear me talk about it in a ball game when a reliever's in that doesn't give, a lot of chances, whoever it is, or a new guy up, whether it's Gastelum, who's throwing the ball well, especially here as of late the last couple of times. But there's no such thing as low leverage for a young player. Everything feels like leverage because you're fighting for at-bats, fighting for innings, fighting for a job. But it's different when the games matter, when the situation matters, when the crowd can feel the energy and the sway of emotions. And then you kind of find out about each individual, and individuals actually find out about themselves of how they process it. Did the game speed up? What would I change? I think it's a great point, and one that I hope that we get the opportunity to see is, are they playing meaningful games down the stretch? The wild card, and I agree with you with the system. There is a lot of parity, and we'll use that word. There is a lot of it on both sides of baseball. And that can be a great thing, though, for a young team that is trying to figure out how to do it at the big league level, but they're also going to have to figure out how to win. Like, how do you win games? How do you play selfless baseball? Because that's what it takes when you're in the middle of a wild card race. So that pressure is going to be good for this group.
Brad Thompson, our guest here on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. You can watch our conversation on the TMA STL YouTube channel. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the program. Little Jackie Papers on the ones and twos. Chairman Kurt filtering calls and emails here on the morning after. I take a step back to where things were on Monday night. And after, to their credit, in a game that, it's hotter than hell out there, you're playing a team that certainly has big-time motivation and expectations, and you're down 6-1. To their credit, they battled back and got themselves in a position where the tying run's 90 feet away and the go-ahead run's out there at second base, but they come up short. And then you're looking at Sanchez on Tuesday and Wheeler on Wednesday. And I don't know how many people around town, Brad, are sitting there thinking playoffs, really thinking playoffs. But at that point, it's like, okay, good chance they're going to lose at least one of those, maybe two of those. And by the time they get to Chicago, probably 5-6 games back of the third wild card. And to their credit, you have Palante going up head-to-head with Sanchez and Lay going head-to-head with Wheeler, and they win both those games. And looking in the dugout, or looking at Perea when he makes that catch, or Stanek when he comes off the mound, or the boys in the fifth inning yesterday, I sense that there's reinvestment and maybe relief that the deadline's over, and the energy is back. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it because I'm hopeful, but that's how I see that. And I'd kind of moved on after Monday night. How do you see it, and do you know anything from behind the scenes?
Well, I do know that for a lot of the guys in that room, there were rumors swirling about a lot of them, and one of them, we talked about, and I know that Oli joked about his conversation with Alec Burleson of pulling him into the office in New York and shaking his hand, looking at him, and then saying, hey, you're staying. And then he went on to hit 3 home runs. Maybe he should do that more often with some of the guys. But there is some of that relief, certainly, in the room. But the energy, for me, has remained a constant around this club. And I do think that a lot of it is just the youthful group. It's been a talking point throughout the season, but it really has become even more and more true. Their ability to turn the page after a game is pretty impressive, and that's whether it's a good game or a bad game. Nothing lingers for them. The next day is about the work. The next day is about who are we facing as a pitcher. What does this lineup look like? How am I going to attack as a hitter? How am I going to face their starter? What do the relievers look like? What does my lane look like? They do a really good job of just being prepared. So that part of it, like the energy and the excitement, has been there, I feel like, all season long. But it is, guys are competing for spots. Guys are competing for jobs. But this group is a really good group that enjoys being around each other. It was funny yesterday when Herrera was on first after he got his knock, and he said something, I don't know what it was, to the Cardinals dugout, and you see all the faces and all the laughter and all the energy. These guys are enjoying themselves playing baseball, and you guys know you enjoy yourself coming to work every day. When you enjoy yourself, good things happen.
We had the bring up Josh Baez conversation again a few minutes ago. Would you expect to see him this weekend in Chicago?
I I mean, without any knowledge of anything, I would expect to see him at some point soon. I don't know if that's going to be. I think tomorrow would be the date. I believe that any rookie would still remain a rookie, keep their status for 2027, which is a big deal because, as we all know, there's draft picks and incentives when your guy is in the Rookie of the Year conversation. So, but I believe that he has done everything that he could possibly do at the AAA level. Are there going to be some flaws? Yeah, there's flaws in every player. Does he have a little swing and miss? Absolutely. He also went through a little bit, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, of a little bit of a downturn, which is actually a good thing. And then he was able to bounce back from that. Like you want to see some guys go through a little bit of struggles as well. But I do expect to see him. It makes sense, and then be able to give him a run. And they have that opportunity to give him a real shot, out in left field. That's kind of been a moving target. I think that Fermin's done a really nice job, that he could jump back into that utility role and bounce around a little bit more. So I expect to see him, and I'm excited. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be this weekend. Again, I have no knowledge on it specifically, but this is one of those kids, as we know, he was a second-round draft pick, high upside out of high school. But you got to be patient. It takes a while to develop these guys. And after a few years in the minor leagues and a few tweaks and him just growing physically and mentally, he's ready, man. He's ready for this opportunity. So I do see it coming soon.
Yeah, it makes too much sense. And I know, and Heim will even say, we don't want to be, don't want to hurry a guy. And I think they always kind of loosely refer to what happened with Jordan Walker. Maybe came up too soon. But if you compare it to Baez is 2 years older than when Walker debuted. He's got 500 more minor league at-bats, and he's played AAA. You forget that Walker went right from AA to the big league. So I would say he's ready, and I'm one of those guys. I play him all. I call him up all the time, but my gut is Cincinnati. But when he does get here, I think he can play most nights, right? I don't think he's going to come up here to sit on the bench.
You don't bring him up unless he's playing every night. Just like JJ, right? JJ was going to be here. He was going to play every day. You do the same thing with Baez. Now, if situations dictate that he needs to take a little bit of a breather, then yeah, you do that. But yeah, he would be here to play, and I totally agree with you with the fact that he's ready. He's got the at-bats. He's got the experience under his belt. You bring up a really good point with Walker and the fact that he never saw any AAA time. It is different, man. AAA is not like it used to be, 15 years ago or so, where it's a bunch of grizzled ex-big leaguers. Now younger guys are getting there quicker. It's not as polished from a pitching standpoint, but it's still that next level. It's still a jump, and he's had the opportunity to see it. So right now with Baez, it's simply, this is a clock thing. This is just when does the calendar say the day is right? And I believe that calendar says it's right on Friday. We'll see if there's a corresponding move. But if reading the tea leaves, it looks like he'll be here sooner rather than later.
And then the deal is he cannot exceed 130 at-bats. That's the Rookie of the Year status thing moving forward. And I guess if it was a pitcher, which they don't really have anybody in that category, 50 innings is the limit.
Yeah, that's perfect. And he would easily fit under that.
Yeah. How long has the celebration been going since they announced the Navy Caps thing? Have you slept yet?
I have slept, but guys, I know you were at the forefront of this. You were pushing this for a long time. I also know you had Anook in studio the other day to talk about this, to go through it. It's a big deal, guys. I'm in. I think that this is something that it's right. The people have spoken. What was it? Over 15,000 people chimed in on this, and it was around 80-ish%, if not more than that, that wanted the Navy Caps on the road. I think it makes sense. I think the Cardinals will do nothing but win in Navy Caps, and nobody's going to be upset.
Wow, so they'll win tomorrow and win on Sunday, but they'll lose on Saturday because they'll have the victory blue and the red hats.
You know what? Actually, hoping they win that one, because that'll be the lone one on Cardinals TV. I'm not saying they can't win in other hats as well, but yeah, not going to lose in the Navy.
What is the TV? Remind folks the layout this weekend where they can find the games.
It's a great question. Friday is Apple TV, so that will be there. So get
Doug, you've had advanced warning that it's Apple TV
I'll start
tomorrow.
looking now.
Yep, that is Apple TV. Saturday is Cardinals TV. And I got to be honest with you, I'm not sure who has Sunday. I don't know if it's Peacock.
It says ABC.
ABC.
Yeah,
Al
ABC
Michaels, Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell won't be there.
It's a 2:00 game on Sunday on ABC.
Huh. That's interesting. What the hell is that?
Yeah, so I really don't know who is calling those games, who's going to be there for that, but yeah, it is not us. But we will be in attendance and hopefully sneaking around to bother whoever is calling that game.
Oh, nice. So you just get to hang out and then going to Cincinnati right from there, huh?
Yeah, and that'll be a long one in Cincinnati. 5 games, 4 days, doubleheader Monday. So pitching's going to get tested.
Yep.
We'll see. I would think, potentially another opportunity to see Quinn Matthews in a doubleheader. We'll see what they end up doing there. But looking forward to it. Should be a great trip. And another trip that's going to test these guys. You go to Chicago, who's playing good baseball. You got 5 and 4 days in Cincy, and then head to Philly, who's going to want a little payback.
Yep.
It's going to be another test.
I am very hopeful that by the time they get back to St. Louis, and they have an off day on the 24th, and then they'll play the Orioles and Pirates, that they're still in the mix, ideally right around, at worst, 2.5 back, that the weather will cool off just a little bit because this is pretty brutal, and maybe fans can get themselves a chance to feel some buy-in and go, holy crap, we've got ourselves a surprising race for a playoff spot, and get some people fired up to go down to the ballpark. That would be pretty cool if we could see that for that homestand with the Orioles and the Pirates. I would love to see that.
Yeah, I would love to see that too. You guys know what it's like when that building is packed. You know the energy that is there, and the players talked about it early in the season, especially as the whole tarps off thing started. They feed off that stuff. They notice it, and hopefully Cardinal fans have noticed what they've been doing this year. I know they're not, as of right now, chock full of household names. Jordan Walker putting himself on that stage. Certainly across baseball, everybody knows Burleson, knows J.J. Weatherhold. But this group is playing with an energy that is worth coming out to the ballpark to see. So I'm right there with you.
Brad Thompson with us every Thursday here on TMA. Brad, appreciate the time, man. Thanks so much.
No problem. You guys have a great rest of your show.
Thanks, Brad. Take it easy, man. That's Brad Thompson with us here on the Callier and Thompson phone lines, talking it over regarding the Cardinals as they have the day off today before Chicago, and it's Apple TV. Doug, then it's the Cardinal broadcast with Brad and Chip, and then ABC. And
with
we don't
Howard
know what that means. With Howard Cosell. Remember Monday Night Baseball?
I do, yeah.
I have no idea what the hell ABC means on Sunday. I got to be honest with you.
And ABC Sports right now, who's the face? They don't have
Jim McKay.
Jim McKay's still
Roger
there.
Tweibel around? What do we got for ABC? That's
Warner Wolf?
Typically, ABC just kind of borrows ESPN people.
That's right.
So is Ravitch doing the game even though he got let go, but he still
that is
works
an odd
for him?
arrangement.
He kind of got let go, but he still works there. Well, who got fired, Kramer or George? They just kept showing up to work?
I broke her at the time, bitch.
Right.
Well, there you go.
He could just be brokering it out.
The game is on ABC.
Yeah, surprised to see that. 2:00, Doug, get ready. And then off to Cincinnati we go for 5 and 4, and then to Philadelphia and back to St. Louis. And the old St. Louis Browns will be here. How fun is that going to be?
That's a toughie.
There can't be any of them still alive. They left in the 50s?
They just had a luncheon not too long ago.
See?
Well, if you were 20 playing for the Browns in the 50s.
Are you the king of the luncheon,
90 something? No.
The king of the luncheon?
Yeah.
Is that a weight joke?
No, it feels like you go to a lot of luncheons.
Sometimes it's for coverage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Got the Larry Hughes luncheon coming up on Sunday. We were trying.
So you are the king of the luncheon.
You're lousy with luncheons.
Lousy with luncheons. There's a lot of events, but sometimes you can also pick off some audio.
Yeah, for sure.
I did
So are you emceeing all these things?
Well, the Browns one would have been Danny Mac. I was not.
Okay.
I just knew they recently had an event. I was not in attendance.
Are you emceeing the Larry Hughes?
The Larry Hughes one, I am for his foundation. That's coming up on Sunday. We were trying to get Larry to swing by the studio. He's out of town. Because Papers and I were discussing, have him come by, talk a little hoop rock, which we love, no matter whatever the time of year is. But yeah, I don't mind a good luncheon.
Sure, you go.
I did there was the National Football Foundation, the Lombardo chapter here in town, and Steve Savard said, "Would you be our guest?" He said, "You can talk about your illustrious football career." I said, "I played 1 year of football at CBC."
Yeah.
But Steve introduces me to the group, And right away he said, I'm going to interview you right now. And I said, oh, sure, whatever you got. And he said, but you have to talk like Tony La Russa. And I said, what is this, 2004? I was like, I had to dust off some skipperisms.
Yeah, Martin
I wasn't
karaoke.
quite ready for that.
You had to do material right out of
I was
the
like,
gate.
well, I'm
Tough
sorry,
spot.
what?
Yeah.
I'm just here for the free lasagna.
What position you play in football?
I was on the O-line, D-line, and we had Pat Patton, Colonel Patton, they called him, because he'd been in the military.
Yes.
He was he was like the great Santini of high school coaches. We practiced over at Forest Park. You had to take the bus from CB.
Yeah.
And if you didn't line up in the proper 3-point or 4-point, your stance was bad, he'd grab you by the face mask and pull you around.
Oh, yeah?
Not a lot of fun. Not real fun. So then I told the basketball coach, I'm going to double down and really go for it in basketball.
Yeah.
And that coach said I wouldn't do that
Oh, really?
based on my skill set.
Martin, we got this one. I don't know if you're interested in tending to this since you are the king of luncheons. Maybe you're the king of tickets. Guys, I'm looking for 5 tickets this Saturday in Chicago. Any help? That's from the 314.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
We just happen to have them right here in our pocket.
No better exposure than luncheons with olds who get fooled by AI slop. That's from Crestwood Coyote, and out of nowhere, artificial intelligence got brought up.
Yeah, but if there's a good buffet, I'd put up with just about
Buffet?
anything.
Oh, is it a buffet? Is that what you get
Aren't
at
these
the
luncheons usually?
No.
That's usually served.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Is that the rubber chicken, or is that more of a dinner thing?
That was always the Jack Buck line. He was the king of hosting
Yes, he was.
events. And he said, hopefully you're enjoying that wonderful meal in front of you, that chicken. It was also put out there last night waiting for you. It had some line that the meal was just sitting there waiting. I don't think I thought the buffets were going to die with COVID. But I guess the
Buffets are back.
Oh, they're back.
A few
Is that
of them
right?
out there.
Yeah.
Nice.
You like those sneeze guards over them, though.
Sure. Or a chafing dish. Sign me up.
Doug, we've got a couple pieces of news and notes that I think are going to be of interest to St. Louis area sports fans, and why, since we're on 101 ESPN, there's no better show to do it than this one. Coming up in the next segment, a meeting in Portland regarding the Trailblazers. We'll have the latest and a piece of information that's just going to delight St. Louis Cardinal fans. We'll have both of those for you coming up next. But make sure you support the sponsors. And that's Cardinal Vending, a new sponsor here on TMA. That's Daddy Padres, Stanley Cup winner. Started Game 7. Binnington eventually replaced him, but Daddy Padres' company is Cardinal Vending. Family-owned and operated, with 3 generations working in the business, proudly serving the St. Louis area since 1987. You go, okay, what do they do? No problem. Here's the answer. If your office break room could use an upgrade, that's where Cardinal Vending can help you out. It's no longer just traditional vending machines. Cardinal Vending offers full-service vending, modern self-checkout micro markets, AI, smart coolers, and premium office coffee service. Biggest thing, I think for a lot of people now, more conscious of what they're eating and don't want to just eat some garbage at lunch. What they can provide is fresh salads, wraps, sandwiches, fresh fruit, protein snacks, healthier options. Plus, if you want the garbage, you got it. All your favorite beverages and snacks. They handle everything for you, from installation and setup to stocking, maintenance, and ongoing service. It's Cardinal Vending, cardinalvending.net. I have seen what they do, and it is great. I would highly recommend getting it in your workplace. Cardinalvending.net, 636-343-8866. That's cardinalvending.net. The program's called The Morning After. It's presented by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update, and that's brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Russell Westbrook, who played 18 NBA seasons, has announced his retirement on social media yesterday. Russell Westbrook shutting it down. 7 teams, 18 NBA seasons. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Boy, what are we doing here? Is this Patty LaBelle and Michael McDonald?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Patty LaBelle, Pride of Philadelphia.
Yeah. Ferguson for McDonald.
Yeah, McClure.
So it was a St. Louis, Philly thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're playing breakup songs here today. Everything all right?
Everything's great.
Okay.
You're edgy today.
It's just Philadelphia music. I don't even know. I've never heard this song before. I played it right here, right now.
You haven't been on the business end of a cuckolding, have you?
No.
The business end of a cuckolding.
A lot of these kind of R&B singers seem exclusively to play breakup music, so it's kind of tough. Like Boyz II Men, all their biggest songs are, well, I guess On Bended Knee wouldn't be, but The End of the Road certainly is.
On Bended Knee is absolutely a breakup song.
Is it? Oh, okay. Well, point proven.
What about I'll Make Love to You?
What about
That one's a little different.
But that was a golf song about a playing partner that got close together at the turn.
Yeah.
Listen to the lyrics, Doug. These are dulcet tones, aren't they?
Yeah. He's still going strong, too, isn't he? He's still touring?
I feel like it.
I think I've seen that he is.
With the Doobies?
Possibly. I think I saw something.
Ooh,
with you.
sneezins is
Gosh.
pleasins, papers.
Big time.
Yeah, he's smack dab in the middle of a tour, Doug.
All right.
With the Doobie Brothers?
It doesn't say. It just says Michael McDonald.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be there.
He'll be at the Hollywood Bowl tonight in L.A.
Oh, God bless. That's big time scene there.
Oh, with the special guest, the Doobie Brothers.
Interesting.
How old is he now? It's just
I was going to 78. I was going to make the play at 78. You think that's too high? You're going under, it sounds like.
Feels just a tick high.
Yeah, I feel like he's maybe 74-ish.
6, maybe?
Well, there's no way to know.
No, there's no way to know.
No way to look.
By the way, Guns N' Roses, what do you think? Ticket sales. I got a number for you. What do you think the ticket sales? Guns N' Roses Sunday night, Busch Stadium.
Oh, wow.
What do you think? I guess we can answer the Michael McDonald question first.
74.
74.
Yeah.
Doug.
74.
I gave you value and you took advantage of it. I gave you value. You took advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, what was that? What was your little
Guns
question?
N' Roses attendance Sunday night, Doug. What do you think?
It's tough because they cut off a part of the
tickets sold.
ballpark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling. I have the number, and I'm asking you to guess.
38,000.
Okay, just slightly over 30.
Okay.
They could sell more.
I just don't have a reference point because, like, I know Busch Stadium holds 45, but they don't use all of the ballpark. But then they have people on the field. It's tough for me to calculate.
Yeah.
You going?
I am not.
No,
it wasn't a bluff.
No.
I will not be going.
We thought you might just melt and change your mind.
Yeah, no, I won't be going.
I like that Civil War. Play that for me if you would, son.
They're not from Philly.
Motown Philly.
Well, the Phillies are gone.
I know, but it was an ode to Philadelphia.
Why?
And it's unlike me to abandon an idea I had earlier in the program.
When you occasionally just have a... What's the theme?
Whatever.
My favorites. Just jams.
Bangers only.
You got
That's
Mark-
going to become a Friday tradition.
Now, Mark Knopfler's sailing to Philadelphia is a little too...
What's the
Is it
song you
Mark
want? Civil War?
Knopfler or is that Dire Straits?
No, Mark Knopfler has a song called Sailing to Philadelphia, but it's not as
But you want
upbeat.
Guns N' Roses Civil War?
Civil War. Or maybe
Okay.
tomorrow you can do
No,
your
I'll do it.
GNR
I'll play it
Friday.
today. I don't
It's your
care.
show.
No, it's
It
not.
is.
Would the
People
Rocky
show.
theme count as Philadelphia music?
Yes.
Okay, well, don't
Bill
yell at me. I
Conti?
just asked.
Bill
Doggone
Conti.
it.
Bill Conti.
Sorry, it's Martin's tone that's got me all
This guy.
sorts
Well,
of
the
bent
Alliance
out of
was
shape.
back together in the Healthcare Revolution 7 o'clock hour, gone by the
Well,
Mark Hanna Evergreen Will Strategies 9 o'clock.
I complimented his shirt, and I do love the Polos Plus Columbia quarter zip there, but it felt like that was a message being sent too. It's like, oh, you like this shirt? We'll cover that up.
You don't
That
get to
is
see it.
interesting.
Yeah.
You like my boy cleavage? Now you can't see it no more.
You are showing off a decent amount there, Tim.
Thank you.
plunging neckline, as Doug would like to say.
You like that, Doug?
That's a plunging neckline?
Don't you think? I mean, it's a lot of...
See my little boy chest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that name taken?
My little boy chest?
Plunging with that.
That's a
and,
good one.
that and plunging neckline.
Yeah.
Hey, if you are looking to buy a home or refinance, I'd like to recommend Ryan Luchtefeld and Delmar Mortgage. He is our St. Louis University correspondent, and he has been in the industry now for more than 2 decades, 13 of those with Delmar Mortgage. Delmar Mortgage has been in the industry for 60 years. It's a family-owned business. It's who I work with. It's who I recommend you work with. Ryan, though, gives out his personal number, 618-593-3608, 618-593-3608. Call or text that number right now. If you're looking to buy a home, you're looking to refinance, I've worked with him, so I now can say firsthand how easy the process was. Delmar Mortgage, Ryan Luchtefeld, 618-593-3608, or go online at delmarmortgage.com. Doug, I'm going to give you a little Lifetime Roofing lead, except in the 9 o'clock hour. Do you want an update on the Portland Trailblazers? Do you want an update on some St. Louis Cardinal news? Shh.
How about Portland Trailblazers?
Oh.
I don't dance now.
Market.
Stiefel. Man, that's good.
God, that is good.
Steve Market moves, baby.
Somebody really spent a lot of time in the old production booth.
That's right.
Just a brand new story here written by Jason Quick of The Athletic. From the outside, it appears the Portland Trailblazers are on the verge of accepting a substantial publicly funded arena renovation package in exchange for a long-term commitment to the city of Portland. But in reality, the process has just begun, and that process is no longer a simple transaction between the team and the public. What was once viewed largely as a clean-cut deal, the public pays for renovating the Moda Center in exchange for a 20-year lease, has become more layered. The Blazers and new owner Tom Dundon are asking for more than just money for the arena. They want better financial terms on the next lease. The city and county, meanwhile, are asking for protections and guardrails on their investment, while also establishing a guarantee the lease will provide a reliable income stream to offset the strain on an already stretched thin budget. So, while the framework for funding more than $586 million has been passed through 3 levels of government, the state of Oregon, $365 million, the city of Portland, $120 million, and Multnomah County, $101.6 million. The terms have not been agreed to with the city and county. And ahead are now 4 months of negotiations leading to a December 17th Portland City Council vote. Topics like taxes, unions, security, and clawbacks will be among the key points to be debated. If the two sides agree to terms, the Blazers will be secured in Portland through the 2049-2050 season. If the two sides do not agree, the $365 million committed by the Oregon State Legislature will expire on New Year's Eve this year, putting the future of the Blazers in limbo as the current lease expires on October 11th, 2030. So just yesterday, they did get the approval by City Council, but all that does is open up these negotiations to try to get the deal done between now and essentially New Year's Eve, where that state money is expiring if they have not agreed to all of these terms. So that's what has taken place here, Doug, and I guess it's just a matter of, are they going to be the Trailblazers when they move here?
I think they will be. I think one thing we learned with the Rams is they can do all the negotiating, the posturing that they want, but if the owner wants to move, he's going to move.
What if they had some really strict bylaws in the NBA, Doug, similar to the NFL?
Eric Grubman,
you move anyway.
Oh, they're just suggestions.
Yeah.
So the Oregon folks, the Portland folks, they're trying. But have we heard a response yet from the Blazers ownership? Whether that it's all part of the game.
It's all part of the game.
Yeah. I mean, their president last month was saying that this city of Portland is not a palatable business environment for the team.
It sounds like they don't want to be there.
It sure doesn't seem like that.
But if you're the owner and it looks like Portland's trying hard to save you, you might be able to get a better deal still from that city that you might ultimately move to.
Right.
And then in this column by Jason Quick in The Athletic, which was just posted minutes ago, who is Dan Barrett and why is he important to this deal? Barrett is the president of CAA Icon, one of the nation's leading firms that help owners execute stadium deals. He is not only a friend of Dundon, the Blazers owner, having helped Dundon secure a $300 million renovation of the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, the home of Dundon's other professional sports team, the NHL champion Carolina Hurricanes. Barrett was also employed by the Blazers to help with the Moda Center renovation project and spent months working with city and state officials. But in May, he was among the company-wide layoffs that were announced after Dundon took over March 31st. City executives were stunned by his sudden absence, which they say stunted progress in talks. Both team and city officials said there have been rumblings that Barrett could be brought back to help get the project over the finish line, but a Blazers spokesperson said Tuesday he was unaware of any such plans. Still, it's worth keeping an eye on. If Barrett does return, it will show an increased seriousness by the Blazers to get a deal done. So that is where things stand after the vote yesterday in City Council, and now it opens up the doors for 4 months of negotiations as they have to get something agreed to by December 31st, or that $365 million that the state of Oregon have committed will expire.
Yeah. I think that Barrett thing is very noteworthy. The fact that he's taken off the team when he was the one who got Dundon's deal done.
That's right.
In Charlotte or wherever.
Raleigh. Because if he's your guy that gets those
Right.
deals done and then you eliminate his job, you're like, I don't want to get a deal done.
I really would have a hard time believing, I guess it could happen, that you would have a team in Raleigh and a team in Charlotte.
Agreed.
You agree with that?
Yes. That would not make a lot of sense to me for both Dundon and the NBA.
What about Kansas City?
That would be Kansas City is the one that scares me the most, because not only would that make sense, and then probably make sense for both Dundon and the NBA, but that would rip my heart from my chest.
Do you still take the studio analyst job if offered, if it's the Kansas City Trailblazers?
They'd have to pony up.
Yep.
Yeah, back up the Brinks truck for old papers. Yeah.
Like $10 million a year or so?
I'm not going to negotiate against myself.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not.
I probably lowballed you anyway.
Yeah, that's not going to get done.
So the motive of the owner there, the Blazers owner that also owns the Hurricanes, the motive would be what? To get the best sweetheart deal you can get, or just to get out of Portland?
I think you have a lot of leverage because, they know expansion's coming, and expansion is so expensive. Although it was very expensive, and then two guys who thought they were going to be on the expansion side just bought the Lakers for $12 billion, so who knows what's going on with that whole situation. But, yeah, I think you can kind of have your pick and be courted by a bunch of different cities.
But it sounds like, from some of their own statements, no interest necessarily in staying in Portland.
It doesn't feel
when
like
they talk about the climate, the town.
Yeah.
It seems like a good NBA town.
Yeah.
So if they throw enough money at you, would that be a reason to stay, or is it not even really about the arena and who pays for it as much as it is this market we feel we need to get out of?
Right. Yeah, I don't think Dundon necessarily bought the team with high hopes of really building deeper roots in Portland. It felt like, okay, I'll consider what Portland has, field out the landscape, and if possible, certainly hear from other cities.
Kansas City already had the NBA. They're not going back. That's from Doug's Dungeon Dweller.
So did we.
What makes you say that?
The Hawks. Bob Pettit.
Mm-hmm. Cliff Hagan. Don't sleep on Zelmo Beatty.
Well, maybe they forgot about that.
Yeah. Draymond Green sure did when he pointed at the St. Louis Hawks championship banner and said that's an ABA team.
What really hurts is right after the Hawks moved, they got Pete Maravich.
Yeah.
And Spud Webb.
Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah. Do you like those 60s, 70s Hawks uniforms, the blue and green ones? Remember those?
I don't really remember.
Okay. Well,
St. Louis Hawks uniforms?
Good talk, Rusty.
The Hawks never wore green. St. Louis Hawks never wore green.
No,
They
certainly
weren't here
not.
in the 70s.
The Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, Atlanta Hawks.
Yes, the Atlanta Hawks.
I thought we were talking about the St. Louis Hawks.
Well, same franchise.
Have any of you fellas been to downtown Kansas City lately, head-to-head? I think St. Louis finna lose out to the Trailblazers are there. That's from Doug's Prison Wallet.
Yeah, we can't really compete with downtown anywhere at the moment.
Why do you say that?
But it does, when an owner says some disparaging things about the city he's in, usually that's a pretty good sign that he's going to leave.
I don't think Tom Dundon said that. I think it was the president of the team, Dwayne Haskins.
But we have not seen a situation in which the owner says nothing and then has a henchman.
Wait a minute. Do we have a new Smithers? Is this guy Smithers out in Portland?
Hankins? Dwayne Hankins.
That's right.
Is he Smithers?
That's right.
Yeah.
Owner doesn't speak. Weasley guy makes his way around town.
Who's to say he's Weasley?
I'm not saying he is.
Right, but just
In
the
theory.
royal
Makes a
Weasel.
man a weasel.
In theory.
Bobby Heenan was Bobby the Weasel Heenan.
Yeah. And they made him show up in a weasel costume a few times. He was furious.
Would you
And
like
it's a legitimate sport?
Would you like to be Timmy the Gerbil?
Yes.
Yeah. Tim the Gerbil McKernan.
Has Adam Silver weighed in at all? I wonder if they would like to keep a team there.
He seems to like
movement.
Well, yeah, I think he's. I don't think we've heard anything from him.
A little bit of movement keeps everybody getting better deals in the cities they're in.
Right. Plus, he's got 2 expansion teams on the doorstep. One of his charter franchises just sold for $12 billion.
They just asked the Seahawks new owner if he was interested in bringing an NBA team. He said, I prefer the NFL. Not an NBA guy. But isn't Seattle getting a team?
Likely, yes.
But apparently there's no owner in place that's buying it.
Well, I think because again, Kushner and Iger were certainly guys that they looked at Vegas being on the Vegas expansion side, but now I think both seats in Vegas and Seattle.
And it's a small group of people that can write that check.
For sure.
Guys, I think Chaffetz needs to get the Blazers here for an exhibition game or neutral site game during the season to see how the local fans react. That's from the never-ending wipe.
You think one preseason game would be all he needs to see?
God, I bet the fans in Portland would love that.
Yeah. Just like the Rams fans loved when they practiced in Oxnard.
Yeah,
in the summer of, I was there, summer of 2015.
Yeah. And they were doing it with the Cowboys, and Jerry Jones was in business and still in business with SoFi Stadium. Doug, there's a part of me that thinks that this thing might have been done before the vote.
Yeah.
And Jerry Jones in Chicago, a week or 2 before Oxnard, I interviewed him. We got him coming out of the hotel. It was just me and Kevin Marshall, and we grabbed him, and he said, I love St. Louis. I've always loved St. Louis. I used to drive up and watch them football Cardinals. I'd come up from Cape Girardeau, and he did this whole spiel how much he loved St. Louis. I was in Oxnard. All the L.A. reporters are there. We were the only St. Louis station, and we're all in this scrum with Jerry Jones. He said, I love Los Angeles. I used to live in Los Angeles. He just goes on this. I said, he said the exact same thing a week ago about our town.
Hey, Doug, you sound like an ass. Downtown St. Louis compares favorably to several cities like Tehran and Baghdad and Kabul. I could go on. That's from the unknown DJ. Would you like to retract your statement?
We do okay against those foreign cities. We do. Yeah. But against Kansas City, we're trending the wrong direction.
And the Royals are getting a new stadium. They're moving downtown. That spot where Arrowhead is and Royal Stadium, it's just kind of stuck out there. It's just,
the stadiums are still nice, though, I thought.
the stadiums are nice. I just, the location. I like renderings, Doug. I like logistics. I like renderings. Now I've got the Royals renderings I've looked at right smack downtown.
You like stadium models?
Oh, yeah.
Stadia. I had Cardinal news that I want to share with you as well, Doug, and I'm going to give that to you on the other side of the break on the Polos Plus dossier. Then we've got the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That is how you can participate by emailing in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Coming up tomorrow at about 8:45, we will have the VIP Auto Accessories drops of the week. VIPAutoAccessories.com is where you can go if you have a business and are looking for someone to take care of your fleet of vehicles. VIP Auto Accessories is the place to go. They've been in business since 1979. That's Tommy Cebulka and Brian Grigg. Their commercial side is big right now, but just for my own personal car, I had my windows tinted there, and that has been great here with this recent heat wave we've had in the St. Louis area. VIP Auto Accessories makes single-source automotive solutions for your business a reality, and this includes the upfits, the graphics, and the ongoing maintenance. VIP Auto Accessories pride themselves on short turnarounds. Their large facility and skilled techs minimize the downtime for your vehicles. VIP will keep your fleets on the streets longer, allowing you to generate more business. Everything is done in-house. VIP does not sub out. Their graphics will help your business get recognized and turn your business into a brand. They really do take pride in their work. They are passionate about it. In addition to commercial upfits, you have graphic solutions, hail repair, and touch-up aftermarket. For all your commercial vehicle upfit needs, ask for Tommy Sabulka. And for all your aftermarket vehicle accessories needs, ask for Brian Grigg and tell him that TMA sent you. VIP at autoaccessories.com. That's VIP autoaccessories.com. Great news for Cardinal fans coming up here on the other side of the breaks. TMA 101 ESPN.
What's the music happening here?
I thought there was a Sports Center.
It's tough, man.
I thought there was a Sports Center update. But I wasn't even close. There's not a Sports Center update for another 2 segments.
You guys think Willie would come back?
We might.
Martin?
Let's give him a call.
Well, like all these guys, clearly this kid on the board doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, I didn't ask for Civil War. Well, you did actually in the last segment. You did. Well, you must have misheard me. So it's your fault. See.
Doug, Adam Welly is in the Form Energy YouTube chat, and he says, I hear a ton of cope. People would rather live in KC than STL today. That's from Adam Welly. I just looked up, and that's what I saw. And then I also see the never-ending wipe say, your buddy is here, KG. Chairman, do you have any context for what's going on in the Form Energy YouTube chat?
I'm guessing he's referring to the lemur.
Doug, the lemur's back, and you're going to be in trouble. Hey la, the lemur's back.
You think he walks into like a saloon like Doc Holliday, sidearms drawn?
Ain't a man in the bar that could take this lemur from me.
That's right.
And he was going to call in yesterday, but didn't.
Oh, yeah. Call in, Lemur.
Add him to the list.
314-974-0. Martin, I offered $1,000. Offer's still there, by the way. $1,000 for hate mail. The problem, the thing that we haven't been able to get it is because you have to use your real actual email address. And
nobody would do that for $1,000.
But you got to be able to upset me, and I don't know if I can get there anymore. When we were working together in 2004, anything could upset me. Live wire, Doug. Live wire.
Really? You're frisky.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on.
I think we have audio of Tim in 2000. I think they're going to win this weekend wearing those blue caps.
That's right. That's exactly. Team McKernan inside STL.com if you want to try your hand, but to try not to use your AOL or Hotmail burner. We got the designer heating and cooling email of the day coming up, and then we also have news and notes here, Doug, that I think is going to delight you.
What's that?
I think you're going to like this.
Well, I hope so.
Did you see Baseball America yesterday, brother?
I did not.
Oh, then you're going to be delighted because you're going to learn about it. Martin, my guess is you know about this.
I did see that.
Okay. Here you go. Baseball America. I'm reading from redbirdrant.com.
Okay.
Tribute to redbirdrant.com. Baseball America does arguably the best independent prospect analysis in Major League Baseball today. And they just ranked the St. Louis Cardinals farm system as the second best in the sport, just behind the Tampa Bay Rays. How about that? Right ahead of the Brewers. Brewers are 3, Cardinals 2, Rays 1. The Cardinals, per redbirdrant.com, and the author, Josh Jacobs, have taken huge strides in the talent that they have at their disposal, and even more importantly, in how they developed the talent over the last year and a half. Back in September 2024, anonymous sources within the organization were sounding the alarm about just how bad things had gotten in terms of player development. That was the Katie Wu story, Martin. You remember that one? Talking about
late in that season.
Yes. And now, just 22 months later, they may be one of the very best in the sport. How about that? How's that make you all feel?
Makes me feel great.
There you go.
Those Brewers are still a problem, though, if they're hanging there right there with the Cardinals. Because the Brewers have been slapping the Cardinals around for 4 or 5 years now. 3 or 4, anyway.
Shove the dreams up your ass.
Does not want to go to Iowa.
Nope.
So
I think they were, what were they, like 5th or 8th at the beginning of the year, and then they've added more minor league talent with the recent trades. But I think if you go back about a year and a half, 2 years, they were in the bottom 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So in a short time, with all these trades, veteran players, they've been able to replenish. And again, some of those guys are not going to work out. You hope that a handful of them
diversify your portfolio.
I think it's 14 total players acquired since last offseason. Minor league players.
And so you figure maybe 5 or 6 of those will be major leaguers? And maybe 2 or 3 real difference makers, you hope?
That'd be nice.
I am a bad boy, and I'm testing things. And we're testing the minor leaguers.
That's correct.
Well, and Baez wasn't even around. He's only been there for a year or 2 now, right?
I think he's been in the system, but I don't think he was as highly regarded. I think his stock has shot up a ton in the last year and a half.
Yeah, sometimes guys that young, they're still growing.
Yeah. New Jersey native?
Well, was he born there?
I think so.
But he's Dominican.
Right. Or is he from Boston?
That sounds that.
Yeah.
Absolutely no way to find out.
Well, I think he moved. I think he was born and then moved.
Born in Boston.
But was raised in the Dominican.
Yeah.
And I think
moved to Santo Domingo as an infant.
Like Albert, born in Kansas City, but moved.
But then he moved back to Boston to Dorchester when he was in 6th grade.
Could have been on the show. We had the picnic table. We were right there. Speaks English.
When he moved back to Boston, he knew no English and had to use Google Translate to communicate.
I really wanted to interview Prieto yesterday just to ask what it was like because they were kind of having fun with him. He didn't speak English. It's just bad TV, the translator. That's like our guy Gastelum who loses the extra inning games. He has to go through the translator. The ugly American because it's just not good TV. Does that make me the ugly American? It looks fine in
I think
print.
you're a great American. I think you're a patriot, actually.
Thank you. Looks better in print. But Prieto got the hit, Doug, and then everything started rolling from there.
The magical fifth inning.
Yeah, that's nice.
The Fab Four did their job at the top of the line.
I like that
Doug.
Fab Four.
Rest in peace, Dan.
How about that?
Who was resting?
Stan Musial had to do
Stan.
with it.
Oh, okay. Stan got dragged into this.
Release the Hoosier and Baseball America will rank us number 1. Doug, that is on the TMA_STL Instagram account. Nook Karunaratne in studio with us yesterday. Not just talking the process to arrive at the Navy Caps on the road, but Doug, you were able to finally propose your promotional idea. Release the Hoosier.
We were sitting on a gold mine here.
I kind of think you are.
What they're waiting on.
Yeah, he didn't seem to be. He didn't say no.
No, he didn't.
I think if he overreacts to how much he loves the idea, then you're going to expect the same kind of compensation Jackson expects to become the voice of the Kansas City Trailblazers.
Sometimes they don't want to hear your ideas because they may have been thinking on their own. And then if they hear your idea and they implement their own idea, they might get sued.
La, 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 la.
Yeah.
Kind of idea.
Yeah, that's probably what's happening here.
I concur. That's the only likely solution.
It's already been in the works down there, and now Doug's, oh, God, he's going to think we took it from him.
They already have the branded lockbox, which they'll put the Hoosier in.
Release him. Get him. So the whole crowd will yell, get him!
He'll be rabid and like barking in the cell waiting for them.
Oh, wow. A barking Hoosier, Doug.
Waiting for them to pull the ripcord so that the box opens.
But they're going to do Release the Gimp just to mix it up so it's not. So it's not.
Doug, I know you spend a lot of time in the comments section. Your idea was mostly lauded.
Yeah.
But one gentleman was really, really unhappy with you.
Oh, no. What did he say?
Sorry, Doug. I have enjoyed your perspectives on the world for years, but this is offensive. Name calling does not look good on you.
Oh, how does that
Who am
feel?
I calling names?
Got to tell you, I don't check the comments, but I'm going to go see what the word is.
You
might
have
need
to
to hit that hidden
voluntarily.
comments,
Nobody's
but I didn't
grabbing
hide
you
it,
out of
by
the
way.
stands and
No.
declaring you're a
It's a
Hoosier.
volunteer position. And then you release him. Get him! That's what everyone yells. And then you taser him, frankly. I just think people would enjoy
girl
it.
boss gatekeep.
So they would volunteer for this.
Well, yeah, you couldn't force
Whoever
someone
this guy
to do
is,
it.
he has like 3,000 followers. His name's Shutter Doug.
I'm gaslighting you.
Shutter dog.
Are you familiar with his account?
No, I'm
There
going to
aren't
take
a lot of
I'm gonna take a look though.
as far as I know anyway. I guess I'm not up on it.
You want me to fire up the notes app, Doug?
You want to do an apology?
No. What is a notes app? What's the notes app?
That's how you send out a Twitter apology that no matter what is then absolutely lit up.
Oh, okay.
Jackson recommends the Notes Apology social media post app. And you think that'll be well received if Doug sends out an apology to his Release the Hoosier idea to Shutter Doug? Doug to Shutter Doug.
Shutter Doug. He did say sorry. They said sorry, Doug.
He felt bad that he had to make this announcement.
Oh, okay. He didn't
That's
like the
hilarious.
idea.
Doug upset a Hoosier. That's from Mr. Seawalk in the Form Energy.
Yeah, you'd probably have to be a Hoosier to be upset by the name call.
Right. Yeah.
So now you're calling Shutter Doug a Hoosier.
Doug
He's got
protest.
3,000 Instagram followers. I don't know who he is. Maybe this
Let's see how
guy.
many he's following.
He's big in the Hoosier community.
He follows like 7,800.
Yeah, there's your answer.
So that's the trick to get your high.
Yeah.
Really? Well, you're talking to me like I.
Well, because follow back. It's so easy to hit it's like, oh, this
So
guy
that's the
followed.
game.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. When someone's following like twice or three times as many people as they have followers, they're looking, they're in the self-promotion business.
So you're telling me that John Daly didn't really want to read my takes when he followed me on Twitter?
Let me see how many he's cut. I don't know if he probably doesn't run that, if I had to guess.
I think that's a tight read.
Joey Batista went on a follow spree, and I think he's
Joey Bats?
Oh, he follows everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely everybody.
And John Cena did it for a while, too. You feel all special for a minute, then you realize everybody got the follow.
John Daly follows 117,000 people.
Oh, God.
Doug, I'm starting to feel less special.
How many does Joey Bats follow?
Jose Batista?
Yeah. Jose Batista.
Yeah, he hit the bat flip.
And he got punched, too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Clean. Oh, my God. He follows 760,000 people.
Doug, I'm starting to feel less special.
750,000 people he follows.
Who's got time to hit the button that many times to follow people?
Another situation where he might not run.
What would his feed look like? Just every quarter second.
Yeah, it'd be impossible.
Playing that Navy Caps on the Road song from yesterday was so cringe. Yikes. Doug, that's from Doug's work husband. Chairman Kurt, would you like to address Doug's work husband?
You know what? I'm the man in the arena, and he's the man watching me in the arena. So. I am the storm.
You took that from Teddy Roosevelt, didn't you?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what he said about the man in the arena. Nice reference.
Thanks, Doug.
What's the Notes app? Maybe that one whose icon looks like a notepad. The one where, write notes. Come on, Doug. That's from Sharon and Clayton.
Well, no, that's how you write notes to yourself, but that's not how you write notes to the world apologizing, is it?
You're getting owned right now.
Yeah.
That's two different things.
You take a screenshot of the note. So the idea behind the Notes app apology is that your apology is so extensive that it does not fit the 280 characters limited to you on Twitter. So you would go on your Notes app to write a long Twitter apology and then screenshot it, then post a picture on Twitter.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Right. It's a very involved process, and it always goes well.
I keep notes on my Notes app. I thought maybe there was something different
like
one.
Grocery list?
That kind of thing, sure.
Some personal
Get
news.
some drugs for the dog.
Yeah. Jackson likes when ball riders start off with personal news.
And they do it like every 6 months.
Well, that's the state of the industry.
Right.
We got the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up the morning after at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. It's TMA 101 ESPN.
AutoLoanPro.com, website we've been talking about for a while. Hopefully the word has spread that if you need a car and you're not sure what your situation or circumstance will allow for, this is what they do. It's their specialty. Little to no money down, best rates possible. That's what AutoLoan Pro is all about. They're part of the Lita family, and the website not only has the vehicles that you can pick out, but also the free playbook put together to help educate you on how the credit industry works. So fix your credit, get your car, get your life back on track. Anyone can tell you a car takes a pro to do it right. It's a large purchase, financing, you're a little messy, a little complicated. This is what they do. Sort it out, working with over 50 different lenders, not vendors. There's a difference. That's how they get the absolute best rate possible. So in the market for a new vehicle, not sure what you can get approved for. This is what they can do at AutoLoanPro.com. Jim Olive put that free playbook together. Robert Thomas, friend of the program as well. AutoLoanPro.com for your next car.
Doug, this is sampled from Forgive Me Nots, right?
I don't know. I wish I did.
Send me Forgive Me
I
Nots.
wish I could help.
It's TMA 101 ESPN. Papers, any reason for this? Will Smith, Philadelphia.
That's right.
And Jada's from Baltimore, am I right? Went to school with Pac there?
Yeah.
Am I right on that?
Yeah, I think you're right.
And Floyd Rayford?
Sugar Bear.
Yep.
And then Earl Weaver is the
Banty Rooster.
Earl of Baltimore, as Terry Cashman deemed him.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony Banks, quarterback both the Ravens and the Rams.
Nice. Can you name another Ram Raven?
Yeah, there's another quarterback.
Do it.
Oh, we had
Not
Kyle
Scott
Bowler?
Rippon.
Kyle
Not-
Bowler?
Kyle Bowler. Nice.
Yeah.
You kind of cucked Doug there, but yeah.
Well, did you make a guess, Doug? You said-
I was thinking Rippon, but
He was in Washington
he's
with
in-
the row. God, I just said it.
he went to the Super Bowl with
He was with
Washington.
the Washington football team.
Yeah, but I thought he went somewhere after.
If you
the
watch the NFL Network highlights now, they have just football team on their helmets.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. It's awesome because I don't have to explain that to my kids.
Yeah, be highly offensive.
Thank you. Time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Somebody tell the old smoke goblin of Marconi, I'll be at Milo's later, if he wants a government official to hear his never-ending list of minor grievances. I'll even bring him a styrofoam cup from the Cannon House office building mess hall signed by the entire Missouri delegation for Gobble Bowl. Before you even ask, Ken, no, I cannot have the Department of Justice launch investigations into producer Joe, Martin, KG, Caller Ellen, Mike Tirico, Lisa Ann, Dave Green, The Cat, Matt Rocchio, or any of the other innocent people on the hit list. Great game yesterday. Bought a new Navy cap, and they were almost sold out at the team store. Well done, KG and team. That's from Jugs in D.C.
He's in a congressional break here.
Yeah, and he says now he's Jugs in St. Louis, host of Hoosier Happy Hour at Milo's, where elected officials ignore the... Doug, do you say proletariats? Do you say plebeians?
Either.
Are they the same?
I don't know.
What about the nobles?
So. I don't think that.
Is that right? What's the difference?
I think plebeian would be more of like a pejorative, whereas proletariat is not.
There you go.
I think you're right. No, I think you're right.
I like how
plebeian is a general group of free common citizens in ancient Rome, unlike the wealthy ruling class. Plebeians were farmers, bakers, builders, and shopkeepers. Now the proletariat. It's a little fun with syntax here.
Is that 1984 or is that Animal Farm?
Probably Animal Farm.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, actually. Proletariat is a social class of wage earners who do not own the means of production.
I see some Venn diagram overlap. I'll be candid with everybody.
Yeah. I like how he called Iggy the smoking Marlboro of Marconi. Is that what he called him?
I think so.
That's correct. Guys, for years, those uppity Wash U employees have been dodging their parking permit fees by using Lagoon Drive in Forest Park. So now me and Susan have to walk an extra few hundred feet when we want to play golf, so a teacher at Wash U teaching the next Enterprise intern can save a few $100. One Subaru with a Coexist bumper sticker at a time, they quietly infiltrated the park, blending in with stay-at-home TMA zoo dads. They're stay-at-home TMA zoo dads?
Boy, the zoo on a Sunday in the summer.
Pony.
Oh, God.
Art museum retirees and people still explaining where they went to high school before teeing off. 8 hours later, university employee never touched a 7-iron. Thankfully, Probstein appears to have sounded the alarm. Park rangers, SLMPD, Wash U Police, Forest Park Forever, Space Force, the Special Forces patrolling Lambert departures with a whistle and a Marlboro Light. Get everybody in a room, put together a task force, maybe commission a study and spend 14 months arguing about which municipality should pay for it before losing some dragon slaying money and enacting a curfew nobody follows. Because today it's unauthorized parking and tomorrow somebody from Kirkwood crosses into Webster without telling anyone. We used to be a proper collection of 90 municipalities. That's from Marks, Mulch, and Bra. Kid tested, Mulch approved.
Marks, Mulch, and Bra.
That was at
Emporium.
kid tested, mother approved, and really the cereal was kind of tasteless. But what you did is you just took a bunch of sugar and just
poured it in there. But you can't steal other people's slogans.
Well,
it's kid tested, mulch approved.
What's the Jif peanut butter one? That feels like that one's closer.
Choosy moms choose Jif.
Got it.
Which one was Hey Mikey likes it?
Life cereal?
No,
right. Equally bad as Kix. Tasteless. Cheerios too.
Man, you're coming for everybody today, Papers.
Not the Honey Nut version. That's
plain
elite
Cheerio.
breakfast right there.
How you like Apple Jacks?
Pretty good. They used to have some wild.
Is that like a voice? That's almost like Tone Loc's voice.
Yeah, from Heat.
Yeah. Or Wild Thing or Funky Cold Medina.
Yeah, talk like that.
Yeah. Morning, Bottoms. Let me talk to Doug. Hey, Boo. Earlier on this fine program, I believe I heard you state that you played Doral, humble brag, about 15 years ago when you were in your early 60s. You told a tale about how you hit a pretty good drive. However, right at the end of this, quote, pretty good drive, it sliced off and hit a house.
It did. It absolutely did.
This, in fact, caused the house alarm to turn on.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I believe that the entirety of the drive, and most importantly, where it ends up, is how you determine whether it's a, quote, pretty good drive or not. What can we expect next? You going to tell us that you really piped that 7-iron and it went almost 150 yards? Sorry for the shrapnel, Papers. That's from Burning Drip Mushroom Tip.
Burning Drip Mushroom Tip.
That did have shades of Iggy saying that he hit a great putt that was left, unfortunately, 30 feet
it
short.
It felt good off the club.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
One more
and it was in a match against Mr. Licks, too. And I was right on the green with Alan Dadeville, I believe.
Referencing Iggy's putt.
And I think I might have said to Alan Dadeville, or was that Flip Wilson? I get him confused, Jackson. Alan Dadeville.
Did you guys all live in a commune? Why are all these people together?
Fan Page Club Championship, the J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship. But now that the TMA fan page hates everybody, maybe minus Kurt, we don't really have the golf tournament anymore. But yeah, Iggy played Mr. Licks. And Doug, was that 16 at Gateway, two-tiered green? The pin was back left, and he was worried he was going to roll it into the water, so he left it short, and he left it short by about 40 feet. But he said it was a pretty good putt because it was one rotation away from...
One oscillation, I believe he said, from being, I guess, in the hole. So he was rolling at a 19. He was the victim.
Hey, Virgie. You call me an always read no-win emailer? Well, check the tape. I ran back yees in July. Backkyes.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
What are we supposed to do with that?
But I wouldn't expect someone who can't do the simple task of updating the damn skeleton to go back and research this show. You're letting all those compliments from yesterday get to that withering head. B, keep treading these waters, and that shark KG gonna get you. It's not impressive you started listening to the show in your teens. Hell, half the listeners were tub-thumping Doug's 5-head at that time.
Tub-thumping.
And that's from Chumbawamba in 96, 97, somewhere in there?
Yeah, I think so, but I just don't know the year.
The fact that he could even walk during that 5-year stretch is impressive. Hey, Marty, how many pan coins you got? That's from Undressed and Waiting for the New Grampy in Iggy's Crestfallen Accountant. Doug, you're the new Grampy.
Iggy's Crestfallen Accountant.
Wow, what a day it is, boys. Let's get random. Let's get freaky. Tim, with me to count every fire hydrant in South County. Chairman, let's go to Walmart and get some onions and take them down like Shrek. Onions have layers. Hey, donkey, hey, Doug. That's got a nice ring to it. Doug. Dougie. Dougie, let's go to Texas Roadhouse and let me lick the cinnamon butter off you. That's
what in the world? Who took the time to write
KV
that?
Naps.
KV Naps?
CAVY space NAPS.
Okay. KV Naps. Pretty good.
So bizarre. KV Naps. He's new.
I just spent hours trying to start off my email with something to describe how incredible Tim was today, but a 4,627-word email probably wouldn't get read. So this email's about smoking a sausage.
No, this is Kevin Miller, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
It is too.
Best part of my male candy stripper job is seeing the faces of the new fathers when they see their babies.
Candy striper. They were called candy stripers.
I have to read it. But this week was even cooler. Yes, Mark.
Candy striper would walk up and down the hallways at hospitals selling candy, or they give it away?
Catch Me If You Can had some candy stripers, I think.
There was a movie on Showtime like at 1 in the morning in the late 80s called Candy Stripe Nurses.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of a tray, but it sits level with your stomach. It doesn't tilt or fall. It kind of.
Yeah, sure. But this week was even cooler. A strikingly handsome, khaki grandfather dressed to the nines. Kind of had a blonde Matt Helm thing going on.
Matt Helm.
Is that Get Smart?
That's going back to, it was like a James Bond knockoff that they made low-budget TV movies with him. Matt Helm.
He was like, hey, buddy, is there a cot anywhere? My dog has kept me up all week. As I undraped into my skivvies, he said, Daddy, likey. I was like, wow, you really are tired. He sheepishly smirked. That wasn't a yawn, fella. I'm just pre-stretching for some mouth play.
Oh, no. Kevin Miller just got himself suspended. Thank you, appliance discounters, for trying to keep this guy in line. Kevin Miller, you've been suspended a period of 2 days' time, and I'm hitting you with a 50% tariff.
Wow, that's going to hurt.
It won't feel very good.
So his income, you get half of it, you're garnishing his wages?
That's exactly right.
I think the appliance discounters
But do you pass it along to the consumer, Doug?
A bit of it, like 1% maybe. Standard boilerplate stuff.
Take it's boilerplate contract, Martin, just sign it. That comes from Mail Parts Unknown.
It came from Kevin Miller. He's the only one old enough to know what a candy striper was.
Or Matt Helm.
Look, did Dean Martin play Matt Helm? I found a picture, and it said Matt Helm, but it was clearly Dean Martin.
I want to say Tony Franciosa.
And finally, this comes from Southern California. Well, Matt, on this Thursday morning, gentlemen.
What a start.
You like
Proofread your email.
You like the batch they took?
It's the first sentence.
I don't even know what he's trying to say. No. Well met on this Thursday morning, gentlemen.
Matt Helm, starring Dean Martin.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm writing this in from Family Vacation in Hot Springs, also known as the Hamptons of Arkansas or Lake of the Ozarks Jr. It's a beautiful little spot, and we've only found one dead cat in the water so far. Also, congratulations on the Navy Caps win. It gladdens my heart to see that peer pressure is alive and well. Speaking of peer pressure, Doug, I'm hoping I can bully you into driving south down I-55 this afternoon to join us here. We can watch the Field of Dreams game poolside after some chicken fights with you up on my shoulders, of course. You'll have to sleep in the top bunk since it's a little tight in the Airbnb, but you can join me on my bottom bunk if you want something even tighter. Happy travels. That's from the poor film student, so he went from L.A. to Hot Springs.
Yeah, natural progression.
Film student.
Yep. And that's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. What we're going to do is we're going to get together and we're going to vote, and then we're going to announce the winner coming up at 10:55 on your Polos Plus dossier.
Strong batch.
I usually put a check mark by the good ones. I don't have any check marks today, fellas.
How dare you?
And I thought the film student messed up his first line, but well met is an old polite greeting that means it's good that we meet now.
Oh, I like it now. Really? Doug, it's folksy. You got to vote for that.
It's not that folksy.
And you get to share a bunk bed with him down in Hot Springs.
God, I hate a bunk bed.
No, right?
Oh, it's terrible.
When did you have a bunk bed?
Boy, when was the last
college?
Time? But no, didn't have a bunk bed in college.
Top or bottom?
Ideally bottom.
Put that off.
Because you got to climb up there.
Martin with the setup, that was nice. That was like a magic no-look pass.
Yeah, I'm happy to be your Kareem.
They call him Cap?
They did, yeah, certainly, and yeah.
Winning time?
I think that's what they actually called him.
500 times they said it.
You didn't like Jeff Pearlman's presentation?
No.
Do you like where he airs out people from behind the scenes from 20 years ago on his YouTube?
That's a nice little dessert on the end of that.
St. Louis Appliance Discounters has always been known to have the lowest prices in town. Now they sponsor the suspension longview. Well, it just got better. Come by the Appliance Discounters outlet store. Located at 9425 Gravois in Afton, the store is filled with slightly dinged or dented, closeout, or one-of-a-kind appliances. And believe it or not, they're overpriced, or they're priced even lower than their 4 other showroom stores. They are not advertising that they're overpriced. I want to clarify that.
No.
That is not in the copy.
That's a new brand.
Yeah, it's
That is
bold
a
copy.
stretch. That's a very bold
John
marketing
Bradley.
gimmick.
Hey, Denise, do you know anything about this new model we've got overpricing things? Tim just broke it on TMA.
Some items are priced more than 60% off than the competition. So come in with a full factory warranty. If you don't mind a small ding or dent, you're going to save big. The outlet store is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or shop the outlet store online at theappliancediscounters.com. 10:13 in St. Louis. We are headed into the 10 o'clock hour, which is brought to you by Design Air Heating and Cooling. Martin's headed to onboarding. This is TMA 101 ESPN.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update that's brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Cardinals, Cubs, tomorrow, 1:20 p.m. first pitch. That's going to be on Apple TV. Matthew Liberatore, toeing the slab for the Redbirds. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
CMA 101 ESPN, Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn. Chairman Kurt slides into the dais in the designer heating and cooling. 10 o'clock hour. Little Jackie Papers is on the ones and twos. You can participate in the program by talking it over in the Form Energy YouTube chat, by texting in 314-399-9646. You can call in, too. Collier and Thompson phone lines. I will announce the winner of the designer heating and cooling email of the day. And get involved. Doug, I like this. Adam Welly refers to me as Champion Tim. Do you like that?
That's what he's calling you now, Champion Tim.
I like that.
I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's a little pompous.
Can you say the specific rules for the 1K email handling that? I guess that's the $1,000 bounty that I put out there, I feel like 15 months ago, because it started at $250, then I went to $500, then I moved to $1,000. And now I just feel like it doesn't even matter what the number is. It's got to be hate mail. T. McKernan at InsideSTL.com is welcome. It's got to upset me. And then you got to use your real email address.
Mm-hmm. Why would you want someone to upset you?
Well, I've been seeking what I call Doug Vaughn nirvana.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like you leave here and you sit atop a mountain and meditate.
I don't do any meditating, actually.
No. Really? Jerry Seinfeld, big advocate of meditation.
Really?
Jackson, do you meditate?
Yeah, it's transcendental meditation.
Oh, sorry, Doug.
TM. No, I was just providing some more.
What about ATM?
Information. ATMA. Nice. That's David Lynch. I think David Lynch is like the godfather of
David Lynch of, was that Mulholland Drive?
Yeah, Velvet.
Mike Wellington's big on the transcendental motivation.
Meditation, yeah. It's I don't do it personally.
Jerry Seinfeld does.
But Jerry Seinfeld does.
He told Graham Bensinger that.
Bully for Jerry, I guess.
What are they meditating about?
What do you mean about?
That's the whole point.
What are they thinking
about?
about?
It's about centering yourself. It's about
centering
focusing
yourself.
on your breath and then relieving some of the noise that might be in your head or anxiety that might be throughout your...
What if I don't have any real anxiety?
That's Doug Vaughn nirvana. And see, there was a commercial in the 1980s. Oft times I'll cite it. You use Head and Shoulders, but you don't have dandruff. Ah-ha-ha. Ah-ha-ha.
Oh.
Ah-ha-ha. You see?
Boy, that's getting deep.
Well, you just said, what if you don't have any things on your mind?
Okay.
Doug Vaughn nirvana. That's my point.
Yeah.
When's the last time you were really just PO'd?
Yeah, I don't know. We
Probably
worked together
Dora
forever.
wouldn't let you sleep.
Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah, a little hopping mad about that. I don't get overly angry or overly happy. I should be more emotional than I am. Sometimes I wonder why I'm more emotional about certain things. I'm just not. I just try to avoid the peaks and valleys, I guess.
Yeah.
Certainly the valleys.
Don't get too high, don't get too
You'd be
low.
a dangerous tour player.
If I had any talent.
Those guys are sociopaths. It's great. They're just sitting. I mean, some of them. Our guy Jon Rahm, who's per the report leaving Live Golf, he'll get his Irish up every once in a while. Scotty Scheffler might once every 7 tournaments or so hit Ted Scott with a little shot. But other than that, hey.
In the big picture, there's really not a whole lot of things that should make you too mad.
You ever read the text inbox?
Yeah. You can't let little things get you. That's when it'll build up. Like if someone cuts in front of you driving.
You gotta fight them, right?
You can't let that kind of thing bother you at all.
Yeah, but what
Just
about my honor?
Forget about it.
What
There's
about
no
my honor?
To be had.
Did you watch Karate Kid Part 2 with Mr. Sato?
I did not.
Well, maybe if you watch that, you'd feel different when somebody cuts you off on I-70 in St. Charles County.
If they cut you off, you just try to avoid the accident, and then you just keep going.
Disagree. You follow them until a stop, and then you MF them, and you get out of the vehicle and fight.
Really? Okay. I've never had that kind of thought, really. Maybe I should try to get it.
That goes back to Karate Kid Part 2.
Okay.
Doug is comfortably numb. That's from Gator69. And didn't we play that on the presentation here recently?
Kind of it,
Christopher. No spoiler alerts.
Manute eligible reminds us of the DMV situation. Kind of had your ire up a little bit.
Well, I wasn't mad at the time. I was frustrated at the time, but I don't start yelling at people or anything.
The pizza was a problem. Put down the pizza and test the drivers.
I thought that was a little unnecessary. Yeah.
Doug Wyndham Clark has lots of valleys. That's from Drinkwitz's Belch.
Really? That's what you have to avoid. The peaks are fine, but the valleys are no good.
When you take it out on the locker at Oakmont. Well, he'll be, I'm sure he'll want to come in studio next week when he's in town.
And just talk it over with us?
If we want to have him.
Okay, yeah. We're awfully busy. Awfully crowded docket.
What about Adrian Peterson's fantasy football performance? That seemed like it upset you. That's from the Fluffernutters fan page.
Yeah, that was bad too.
And the golf coach. Were you mad about? No, you were just kind of reciting him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wait, you guys get mad a lot?
The grandkids hiding. I've become like I've said this before, probably more on QFTA, and I'm not encouraging my wife to call in. It probably wouldn't be good for business. Actually, probably would be good for business, but not good for my life. Mm-hmm. That I am not a good person to engage in an argument with because I am like a robot. And so if a significant other is upset, there's emotion. And then when somebody is handling the conversation more like a dispute between attorneys, it doesn't play well in a marriage. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And so that's more of my modus operandi. Again, sociopath.
Yeah.
Our theme today in the 10 o'clock hour, sociopaths. Come on in and celebrate sociopaths.
I think if you ever get in a real argument with a spouse or a family member or a close friend, and they really start screaming and saying ugly things, you got to pay attention to that because they've been holding that in for a long time.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Yeah. They don't just say those things right off the top of their head. They've been saving it for this very moment.
So like when I hear, I can't believe how short and bald and no stamina you have, that's something
She's been holding that in. Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's going to make its thing even worse.
Because I was kind of just dismissing it as a burst of emotion, but you're saying that might...
You don't mean that.
Right. Who are you talking about?
Yeah. Don't say things you can't take back.
Exactly.
So you want people to email in things to anger you.
And I'm offering $1,000. But here's the thing. No one will do it from their real email address.
Well, it would be kind of a rude thing to do.
But you're getting $1,000. I'm asking for it. There was I was sitting with paper. I feel like I was sitting with papers, but maybe I wasn't. We're down at spring training, not this year, but this past year. Now, this shows you how effed up I am. Not that people are going to hold on a second. I thought he was normal. That somebody, I think we were out. I think we were at, what's the place we go? Taco Tuesdays in Jupiter, Rocco's.
Tacos.
And it was all of us down there. And the tableside guac came out. And Doug, Chairman, I know you weren't there, but when the tableside guac is made, Doug loses his mind. He loves it. He can't believe that they're making the guuacamole right next to him.
It's the most overrated thing I've ever seen in my
clapping
life.
and
make it in the kitchen. I don't care where you make
it. He takes the napkin, he starts waving it around his head. Like,
like tarps off.
Yeah, Petey Pablo.
Why would I care if you make that at the table or back in the kitchen? Why would I care?
Yeah,
and I took the video of it because I knew the TMA listeners familiar with Doug's disdain for the tableside guac process would enjoy seeing Doug's reaction. And for about a second and a half in that video, my wife is in the video. And a gentleman said, "Oh, there's Tim having to show off his trophy wife, who I've been with for 20 years, well before I had anything. Not that I have much now. Anyway, point being, I respected the hell out of the guy, not for the post, but for the fact he used his real name. I said to papers, I got to be honest with you, I kind of appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, if he keeps it up, bomb in the river. But
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, because that's the cost of doing business. You do this stuff for a living. That stuff, especially in 2026, it comes with the territory.
Right.
So that's fine. Say whatever you want to say. Say she's hot. Say she's ugly. Say I'm hot. Say I'm ugly. It doesn't really matter.
And you win $1,000.
No, it's got to piss me off. I'm trying to I'm putting the audience to the test.
Okay.
Will any of you actually do it from your own real email account? There's that, but then I'm trying to put myself to the test to see if it can piss me off. Because I don't know if I've reached Doug Vaughn Nirvana, because I believe you retreat to a mountain after the show and meditate.
Mm.
Are you in the lotus position then, Jackson?
I usually retreat to the mobile on the run right down the street and,
What do you get there?
and get an Arnold Palmer.
What about those Form Energy beef sticks that we like now, huh?
I haven't seen them there.
Do you levitate like producer Joe?
I haven't really been able to levitate, no.
He did, though.
He did above the set. He kind of defied gravity for a moment.
Yeah, so T. McKernan at InsideSTL.com. Feel free. And I'm dead serious. I was Venmoing people yesterday calling into ATMA. $100.
Yeah. Friends dropped by.
Ricky Putz, Jake Reynolds.
Ricky Putz did that. He didn't join the program. That was Ryan.
But Ricky Putz claimed he called in, and I did Venmo him $25.
Yeah, but credit to Ricky Putz, he sent it back.
Did Steve take your money? I heard he did a double dip yesterday.
He was going to take it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, he went credit
Megan
for
Meyer.
next golf.
Megan Meyer. So it goes to Iggy or Megan Meyer, wherever it's going.
Or that might have been Craig O'Neill who said that. It's impossible to keep any of this straight. Nor will I go back and check.
So yeah, that's my test. I don't know. So yeah, Team McKernan inside us, have at it. And we got to do Q. It's not Jackson, it's me. I got to do it. I'm looking at Monday.
Okay.
Because I thought there might be practice rounds for the BMW on Monday, but apparently not.
Okay. Yeah.
So that could be the target.
Cool with me.
You can email in for that too at tmckernan at InsideSTL.com. It's 10:30 in St. Louis. The program is called The Morning After. It's presented by Brown and Crouppen. And we have a number of sponsors who have been with us for a number of years, and we are very grateful for them. And one of those is one that I am a client of, and that's James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. Online at carltoninsurance.net. Google him. You don't believe me? That's fine. I understand it. But here's the deal. You're going to find 513 5-star reviews. Here is one that was posted a few months ago by a lady by the name of Jan. As an out-of-state property owner with 2 policies, it's essential to have people I trust to be my eyes and ears to represent me and my interests fairly. James Carlton, State Farm Insurance Agent, is someone I can depend on. Mike in the office has been very helpful. Emails and phone calls are returned quickly. This helps resolve issues that arise and inspires confidence. Happy outcomes with small matters leads to confidence that if there ever is a larger issue, we can work through it to a fair solution. I've recommended this company to other family members who also do business with them. That's James Carlton, 513 of those. When you Google him, 314-961-4800 or go online at carltoninsurance.net. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton. State Farm. The program is called The Morning After. It's presented by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN. Is it Boots?
No. The legend, John Coltrane. Philadelphia native.
Yeah, the Philadelphia theme today.
It's not really a yakety sax, but it's kind of a sad
understated.
Yeah.
I could see me having a drink at about 12:30 in the morning, maybe a little buzz.
Yeah.
And this is playing in the background. You is everywhere.
Yeah. A smoky lounge.
Yep.
With viewers everywhere?
That's correct. Who says the word whore best on The Sopranos?
Ralphie.
I was about to say, I think it's Ralph.
A, she was a hooah. B, I'm a made guy.
And that's the scene specifically I was thinking of.
That's
Although Frank Vincent saying to Vito's son, you look like a Puerto Rican.
Yeah, that one's also very good. But Ralphie, when he
that puts me in a good headspace.
A, she was a hooah.
Now, what puts me in a bad headspace, sometimes I say things, and in the back of my mind, I'm hoping family members aren't listening.
Oh, no.
The previous segment was one of those instances, and unfortunately, it didn't play out the way the player had hoped when he rolled his putt up to the hole. My wife said, you are dead inside, and then sent a little skull emoji and said, can I try for the $1,000?
She would be a likely candidate to win, I would think.
Yeah, that's not what the player was expecting. No. So we're going to have to readjust.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, that's not what we were expecting. So those of you already sending your emails to T. McKernan at InsideSTL.com, the winner might be coming from inside the house.
Although if you paid her, you might ultimately get the money back. You'd be like putting it into a family fund.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Spend it on a vacation. Holiday World.
Holiday World, nice.
I hear they have free soft drinks.
Really?
Yeah.
I just saw that too. Was somebody just there?
I don't know. But I kind of want to go. I haven't been on a roller coaster in about 10 years.
Who's Courtney's co-host, the gentleman? I'm drawing a blank on his name. Brando was just was just celebrating.
Holiday World? He went to Holiday World?
I think so.
Oh, is that right?
In Santa Claus, Indiana.
Santa Claus, Indiana.
I kind of want to go now. Mm-hmm. Doug, you want to ride a roller coaster with me?
No, I'm probably out of the roller coaster game.
Yeah.
Getting turned upside down at 70 miles an hour is probably not what I ought to be doing.
Doug's luck, he'd be the one stuck at the top of the Superman just hanging up there for 3 hours.
Probably.
I'm so good on that.
All right, you can get involved by texting in at 314-399-9646. It's taking text into the program. Open up your Form Energy YouTube chat and talk it over with Splashback Deuce, Mr. Seawalk, Too Fat to Kayak, and Gator 69. They're all in there talking it over with Scorzy. And boy, I don't know what's going on now, but this is what happens when you open this thing up and you just read the first comment you see. Gator 69, you get frequent flyer miles at Lion's Choice. Oh. So is Splashback Deuce upset with Gator 69 and accusing him of being heavy?
I don't know, but I want to get frequent flyer miles at Lion's Choice. Doug, they have free parking at Holiday World.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Boy, I would like it.
And free sunscreen.
Not bad.
Free soft. Let's do it. Show trip.
It's not free parking at Six Flags.
No.
And where else are you going to park? What are your options?
Yeah.
Nothing.
That McDonald's across the street.
That'll take a couple people.
Cam's house.
Be still a considerable walk.
Yeah.
It seems unfair to charge too much for parking when you really don't have any other option of where
like
to
at least
park.
at the zoo, you can try to find street parking.
Yeah, there's a lot of free parking at the zoo, too.
You like that?
I love free parking. Absolutely love it.
Consider this, my email, Tim. The fact that you won't sleep with my wife should anger you enough to pay up for the Sack family. Thanks. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack.
He wants 1,000.
Well, he's mad at me for not sleeping with his wife?
Yeah.
And I have to pay him $1,000?
Because of that.
Seems like that's a roundabout transaction there, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think the law might have something to say about that.
Six Flags gives out free cigarettes.
Is
that right?
I don't know. No, it couldn't possibly.
You'd throw up so bad if you went on the Ninja and then had a dart. Oh, my God.
Mr. Licks, who was he upset with earlier?
Me, probably.
Is that right? Yeah. Has just sent in a screenshot saying, guarantee you the TMA fan page would get their panties in a bunch over the names of these wedding packages. Were we talking about wedding packages? What's going on? And it's a screenshot of a la carte wedding packages in Soulard, The Hill, Lafayette, and Ladue, except it calls it the Lafayette and the Ladue.
Interesting. A la carte wedding packages?
Oh, no, these are the wedding packages at Stiefel Theater.
Oh, gotcha. Oh,
what's going on?
And they're named after municipalities, I
the
guess.
Ladue, the Lafayette, the Hill, the Soulard, and then there's a Bill Jerome.
Except for, I'm not even going to say.
Oh, boy. You almost. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Put the puck on the net. It's the only way you're going to score.
No. The Festus Crystal City package.
Attaboy.
F amusement parks, F Perlman, and F Doug. JK, I love Doug. That's Chairman Steve in Des Moines.
I like riding the Boss and Screaming Eagle.
Boy, that Boss will put you to the test at Six
Yeah, it'll
Flags.
hurt your back. It'll hurt your back.
I love an amusement park.
Yeah, me too.
You ever ridden the Boss?
Yeah, sure.
Why?
Yeah, it hurt.
I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
But you get that your head's going to get knocked around.
Yeah, but I like the speed of it. I like those old school wooden coasters. I think they're pretty cool.
Got to stay out of that teacup.
Well, that'll get me. I can handle the Boss. I can handle the Batman.
Yeah.
Great roller coaster. Great roller coaster, I even call it. But, the teacup.
Anything that spins, I don't want to be on.
Ooh,
or the
spin
swings.
sugar.
Those swings. You're asking for trouble on those things, and you have a little chain link seatbelt
Oh, my God.
there.
Did you see the video from a few months ago when the guys got, they're not guys, everybody got stuck at the top of that?
Yeah.
Oh.
No dice.
Oh.
No, you can't take playground equipment and take it up 150 feet.
Oh.
No thanks.
And sometimes on my very famous TikTok algorithm, videos of people stuck on roller coasters or in those swings will pop in there, and my hands just start perspiring.
Really? Yeah, the swings I'm so out on.
Oh,
no, thank you.
Doug, here's my Six Flags Mount Rushmore.
Ooh, okay, I'm interested in this.
Number 4, the log flume. I could ride that all the way home.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, the Batman. Number 2, the Boss, and number 1, Mr. Freeze. Do you agree? That's the Six Flags Mount Rushmore.
I bet that would be the most popular Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Well, Screaming Eagle's on the outside looking in, no papers.
Yeah, I think some people might sub in Screaming Eagle for log flume. Although on a hot day, that log flume feels really nice.
What about Thunder River?
Thunder River?
On a hot day.
Is that still there?
Yeah.
Oh!
What's Thunder
I don't
River?
know. I say yeah.
Is that the
Well,
log
it was
flume?
the last time I was there.
Is that the log flume?
No, it's where you go down a river in a kind of a round little boat and you spin around and every now and then water hits you.
No, I'm out.
You ever pop the top and hang out at Hurricane Harbor?
I haven't done that.
No thanks. It's a no for me, dog.
Do they have a St. Charles package featuring a discount beer and headache-inducing wine-only open bar couple with the pulled pork buffet? That's Carlos Spiceweiner.
He jokes.
Carlos, I don't know.
Where did he grow up?
Yeah,
I don't know on that, but all I know is Mr. Lick sent this in, and I don't know what's going on. But I guess if you get married at the Stiefel Theater, these are the options.
I don't know. Honestly, I kind of am into the cold beer and pulled pork package. That sounds pretty good.
Back-to-back texts about the Joker at Six Flags. People rave about the Joker.
I think that is a ride that they renamed, and it's like looks like a pirate ship that swings
It used
back
to
and
be
forth.
the Yankee Clipper, and before that, it was the Buccaneer.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like the Scooby-Doo thing used to be the Time Tunnel.
Yeah.
And then before then, it was Indiana Joe's Cave Ride Magic Man or whatever the hell.
What happened in the Time
Tunnel? We may or may not have heavy petting.
Right. That's what I remember the Time Tunnel about. You talking about the heavy petting that would go down there.
Yeah.
How about the antique cars?
Oh, yeah.
That's what little kids love that.
Yeah. Mine Train.
Yeah.
That was another one. I like, I think the Boston Screaming Eagle would be on my Mount Rushmore. The Mr. Freeze is sweet, though.
Well, Batman.
The Batman's only fun if you ride up front, because otherwise you're just looking at the back of the other seats the whole time.
If you're smooth ride, though.
It's really smooth, but if you're up front, you can see everything. It's cool, but if you're sitting in the middle or back, it kind of sucks. And then on the Screaming Eagle and Boss, you want to sit up front as well. Otherwise, you're halfway down the slope. Or never mind, you want to sit in the back, because otherwise you'd be halfway down the slope before you even feel the speed. That's my take, and I'm sticking to it.
Doug, my father and I got lodged between rocks on Thunder River and got stuck for 30-plus minutes. We got free lunch vouchers to the Batman and then Robin-themed cantina. Thanks. That's from the poor film student.
For 30 minutes, I'd take that.
Free lunch
for
vouchers?
30
I like
minutes.
vouchers.
You're just right by
What
the
if it's
water?
like under a waterfall where you're just getting that?
Well, at a certain point, you're just already soaked. You know, how much wetter can I get?
Clip that off.
Oh.
Doug, I used to love the Highland Fling. That's from the
hell is
DJ.
That's a spinny one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Spin, sugar.
The Highlands was an amusement park where Forest Park
That's right.
Community College is right now.
That's right.
A lot of it burned to the ground.
On Oakland there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it took up that whole area.
I enjoy riding the Doug Vaughn. That's from the TMA Road
Okay,
Insider.
that's enough.
You're going to let it slide, though, I noticed.
Well, I'm not. Okay, I'll suspend. Yes, I'm going to suspend. Who was it from, Tim?
Just like that. The TMA Reddit Insider.
TMA Reddit Insider, you just got yourself suspended for your verbiage. Suspended a period of 2 days' time, and there will be a letter put in your file. Thank you, appliance discounters, for the suspension logule and for trying to make people behave. It's not an easy task.
Mentality tries to make people feel better. Here's what Mentality's learned in treating 25,000 men. You can't rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. For guys whose recovery still lags and whose energy plateaued, even on testosterone, Mentality's physicians designed a plan that layers peptide therapy on top of TRTs to support recovery, repair, and performance. It's a custom plan built around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field. Peptides drive your results. It's Mentality. Online at lowtusa.com. The program's called The Morning After. It's presented by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMASTL YouTube channel. It's TMA 101 ESPN. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Chairman Kurt, Jackson Burkett with you here on the program. We'll be heading down the hallway for After the Morning After. Coming up here, BK and Ferrario coming up at 11 o'clock. We'll announce the winner of the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, and then we will head down the hallway. You can get a better night's sleep by working with Dr. Brandon Pryor and 100 West Dental online at 100westdental.com. Of course, that's the place to go for all your dentistry needs, but what about getting your sleep right? Dr. Pryor can help you out with that. 100westdental.com. That's 100westdental.com. They're located on Manchester in Baldwin. Dr. Brandon Pryor, it's where I go for my dentistry. It's where Papers goes for his dentistry. But if you're dealing with sleep apnea, he can help treat that with a custom oral appliance, and you're not on that CPAP machine. Check it out. It is really revolutionary. 100westdental.com. That's 100westdental.com on Manchester in Baldwin. It's TMA 101 ESPN. Michael's Flooring has been family and locally owned for over 30 years. Michael takes pride in helping and making sure his employees are happy and making a great living. Go online right now. You can get 3 samples free from Proximity Mills. That's at igotfloored.com. That's Michael's Flooring's website, igotfloored.com. Michael's passion's flooring. When you order from him, he wants you to have the best experience for the best price. That's why he's making sure he gets the best carpet installers in and giving them $7 a square yard, which is incredible compensation in this industry. Just come in and talk to them. You're going to see the difference. They want to make sure they suggest the best thing for you, not pushing what corporate's telling them they have too much of. There is a reason he's continued to grow through the 31 years. Employees love working for him as they feel like family, and he makes sure they are taken care of. And this then rubs off to the families buying the product as they know they have the best interest of the buyers at heart. They have it all, but carpet's awesome, and it's back. They have so many varieties of all flooring and have 3 easy-to-get to locations in St. Louis. They are in Creve Coeur. They are in Garden Prairie. They are in St. Peters. Come see why people are loving getting floored by Michael. And make sure you visit igotfloored.com.
This is Jackson with the Sports Center update that's brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Cardinals Cubs tomorrow on Apple TV, 1:20 p.m. first pitch with Matthew Liberatore on the mound. That's another Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
All right, Jackson has the winner of the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today.
Another first-time winner.
Wow.
Nothing but first-time winners, no repeat winners so far this month.
Who is it?
That trend continues with KV Naps.
KV Naps.
Getting the win.
Has won the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today. We're headed down the hallway. BK and Ferrari are headed in here for BK and Ferrario from 11 to 2. Fast lane from 2 to 6. For Jackson Burkett, for Chairman Kurt, for Martin Kilcoyne, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Sullivan Vaughn. I'm Tim McKernan. This has been The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN from the Stiefel Studios.